And welcome in, everyone. Thanks so much for stopping by once again here as we are live on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Happy Saturday, everybody. Welcome in, Brayton. Welcome in, Hawkeye Nation. I don't know anymore. Lex, welcome in, Lex, as well. And Gamer Ben Wells in Ohio State basketball. And indeed, Vegas Vic Selection Sunday. 8 days away here. We're almost to the March Madness as we are now through the first week of March, everyone. Thanks so much for stopping by here. I'll be on the play-by-play of this game today here. Number 6 ranked Kentucky versus Florida in this matchup going down at Gainesville here at the home court of the Florida Gators. Florida right now 19-11, 11-6 in the SEC. They won their last game by 14 over Georgia at Georgia on Wednesday, 68-54. Kentucky, everything was going so well, winners of the 8 straight, but then they hit a roadblock in the second half, blew a 17-point lead against Tennessee. We'll see if they can bounce back here during this game today. So, just everything about like the tournament, like all the bracketologists just not favoring Kentucky. They're still giving them a 3 seed and stuff like that. And I was looking at the line for this game. I am shocked. I'm shocked that the line for this game is favoring Florida. Florida is the favorite according to the line here. 3.5-point favorites. So, I'm shocked right there that they're going with Florida for this game. Looks like Ashton Hagans actually, prior to the tip today, this coming out, John Calipari tweeting out, Ashton Hagans did not make the trip to Florida. He met a couple of days ago with Coach Cal, and he asked to step away for a couple of days. So no Ashton Hagans today, the point guard who is number 1 in assists in the SEC, averaging about 6 assists per game this season. So that's a major loss right there for Kentucky to have their lead point guard out of this game. Welcome in, everyone. Thanks so much for stopping by here on the stream. Jason, my man, what is good? Jack is back on the channel. Yeah, no Hagans for Kentucky. I just saw that. I don't know anymore. Putting out they should call Florida Basketball Stadium the Pond or Lake since their football stadium is called the Swamp. Yeah, Florida's the favorite by 3.5 points in this game. I know that Hagans didn't make the trip, but still, this team was hot. This team just coming in hot here. Just it was only one half of basketball that they just were out physically matched there against Tennessee back on Tuesday. Yep, today's Mountain West Final. That's going on at the same time as Duke versus North Carolina. This will be game number 1 out of 2 today, by the way. Doubleheader coming up in a little bit. Because that one will be Duke versus UNC Part 2 coming up later today. Cody put it out, Tennessee about to tip off. That game's already tipped off. The Tennessee game's already tipped off an hour ago. They're trailing against Auburn at halftime. I'll update you guys the scores right now. Number 17 ranked Auburn leading Tennessee 42-31. South Carolina up against Vanderbilt 22-14. So there's the scores going on throughout the SEC right now. Hey, welcome in there, Landon here. Yeah, I heard Ashton Hagans stepping away for personal matters to take a couple of days off here for Kentucky. I just saw that graphic right before we're going to get to the game. Hey, welcome in there, Patrick. Thanks so much for stopping by. Zeke Skunk, thanks so much for stopping by. You're a Kentucky fan on the broadcast. I appreciate it, man, for stopping by, finding my channel. Yep, 11-point lead right now by Auburn against Tennessee at the half. Vegas Vic likes Kentucky for this one. What half? They only play... It's at halftime. It's at halftime, Cody. That game with Tennessee, Kentucky. So that game is at halftime right now. Hey, welcome in there, Marwan. Thanks so much for stopping by here. It's going pretty well. Landon will be doing doubleheader today, and he'll be doing Golden State later today as well. Hey, welcome in there, Ryan. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play of basketball, college basketball, NBA, March Madness tournament on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Am I going to stream Ohio State, Michigan State? Not tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm out, by the way. I'm at a semifinal game for Boston University with my girlfriend. They're taking on the 7th seed who somehow got into the semis of the Patriot League. So tomorrow I'll be there up in Boston for Bucknell BU. Raptor 2.0, he's got Florida in upset 71-68. He's got his scoreboard projection. Yeah, Ohio State basketball putting it out here. Marquette's so bad they're losing at St. John's 47-28 at halftime. That's crazy. Marquette's just... Yeah, I would agree with you right there, Raptor. It's basically one player, Marcus Howard, and that's it. Zero defense there for Marquette. They're going to be one and done from the tournament, in my opinion. Will I stream any other games today? Yeah, Duke UNC at 6. So this is the first game, doubleheader today, Duke versus UNC, 6 o'clock. Vegas Vic's putting out, hope the March Madness selection show isn't on TBS. He wants to watch the selection show. It was supposed to be on TBS, but they just moved it to CBS. So you'll be able to see it now, man. It's on CBS, 6 o'clock next Sunday. Coach Calipari, GOAT of Kentucky, indeed, my man. Zeke Skunk on the channel here. Back in the 90s, used to be the coach of UMass. That's my home state of Massachusetts there. Shout out to Mass, by the way. But ever since Coach Cal left, it's been a big oof there for UMass ever since. I think they only made the tournament back in 2014 ever since he left there. And that was my senior year of high school. All right, so Keon Brooks Jr. stepping into the starting 5 here for Kentucky today with Maxey, Quickly, Richards, and Montgomery for the starting 5 for this one for Kentucky. Starting 5 for Florida looks like this. Nemhard at the point. Keontae Johnson, Noah Locke, Kerry Blackshear, and Scotty Lewis for this game, the freshman from Hazlet, New Jersey. So we're going to get ready to go to this one. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub as we get tipped off here at Florida. Florida in the white uniforms. Orange letters and numbers for this one. Kentucky in the blue uniforms for this game with the white letters and numbers. Florida with the basketball. Blackshear has it, right elbow. Swings it back out to the left wing perimeter now. Over to Johnson. Johnson. Bounce pass, right baseline. Low post into the hands of Scotty Lewis. Puts it up, and he scores right there. Scotty Lewis for 2. 2-zip Florida. Gamer Ben Wells, can't wait for Louisville, even though I'm not doing it today. So many games out there today. I can only do so many though. Yep, shout out to Rhode Island though. My URI and Providence, my 2 favorite teams for college basketball. Do I think Florida has a shot? I would say yes. I do think they do have a shot. If I had to bet on this game, I would go Kentucky, but I do think they have a shot though, considering that they're at home. 19:15 left to go in the first half. Blackshear has it, top of the key, moves it around here for Florida at the left wing. Backing their way inside the low post, Keontae Johnson moves it over right corner to Scotty Lewis. Right baseline dribble, Lewis puts it up, and he scores again over Nick Richards. That's 4 points here by the freshman. Where is this coming from? No way in the world. Scotty Lewis with a quick 4 points right now, and he was supposed to be a big time recruit, but he basically hasn't really got going this season. This is crazy so far. 4-zip the score all through Scotty Lewis. Kentucky with the basketball, top of the key into the hands of Maxey. Maxey has it, Richards sets the pick, Maxey dribbles towards his right. Right elbow, floats it up to Richards. Richards now low post, put it up, and Blackshear blocks it. Massive block down low by Blackshear, Florida with the basketball. To the first minute and a half now, Florida, third possession. They have it now at the left wing, swings it back out, takes a 3, top of the key, they got it, wow. Keontae Johnson with a triple, 7-zip now Gators, and a quick Coach Cal timeout right now by Kentucky to really reset what's going on without starting point guard Ashton Hagans in this game. Johnson with 3, Lewis with 4 so far in this one. Welcome on the channel here, Justin Hall. Thanks so much for stopping by here. Rock Chalk Jayhawk, he likes Kansas on the channel. I call play-by-play all different types of college teams here. NBA, March Madness tournament as well. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here if you enjoy what I do. Yep, repping PC for this one. Got to close it out strong, my man Vegas Vix. Got a game later tonight against DePaul, and I heard those tickets are going by like super duper fast, getting sold out there at the Dunk tonight. Baylor, West Virginia playing. West Virginia's down, or Baylor's down in that game. 1 second, yeah, West Virginia's down in that game then. So let's see here. So West Virginia, Baylor, they got all right. Wow, Baylor's up 7-zip. Yeah, West Virginia's been rough lately. Yup, Dayton against GW. ESPN Game Day is there as well, Ryan. That should be no problem for Dayton. They should be able to cruise through that game and beat them by like 30. 7-zip the score now through the first 2 minutes. In the first half, Richards going inside the low post. We're back to action, puts it up, and that one's good for 2. So Nick Richards with the first bucket 2 minutes through. Florida now with the ball, top of the key, bounce pass over to Blackshear. Blackshear has it top of the key for Florida, guarded by Richards. Makes his move inside. Going past Richards with the left hand, too strong though off the glass, rebound quickly. Kentucky gets the rebound, we get a foul called. Is it going to be on Nick Richards here at Kentucky? I think it's going to be a Kentucky foul going on Blackshear. Ooh, Blackshear tried to finish right there in the lane, and he swiped right at Richards' face, so that's what happened. We're going to take a look at the call once they reset the ball in just a moment. Yep, Maine plays against Vermont, first round conference tournament today, 7 p.m., so that's the number 1 seed Vermont against the number 8 seed Maine. During that one, we'll see if Maine has any magic to take on Vermont during that one. But I think all the games in the America East happen at like the first round, though, like the first round sites. Yeah, Higgins is a sophomore. Yep, I hope, dude, Lawan Pipkins just goes off once again. Man, Pip is on fire. He's had 4 straight games with 20-plus points for Providence. Thanks so much, Gamer Ben Wells. He'll keep scoreboard updates so I don't have to ask him the score, and he will tell you. I appreciate that, my man. Yep, David Duke, hopefully you have a big game. So that foul was actually on Blackshear of Florida. Ball goes back to Kentucky here. Blackshear went up for the layup, and he swiped right at the face of Nick Richards. Richards, back into the game. He has the basketball now, working on Blackshear. Richards swings it back out, right wing perimeter, as they'll go dribble drive here. Quickly floats up the mid-range. No good off the mark. Rebound Blackshear of Florida. Gators with the basketball through the first 2.5 minutes so far. Florida moves it over, left wing. Blackshear dribbles now inside the key. They floated up, and that shot, no good. Back iron to get the offensive rebound, though, by Noah Locke. Locke dribbles right back out. Moves it over to Johnson. Keontae Johnson back over to Noah Locke. Left wing perimeter. Locke dribbles right now, left baseline on Richards. Locke passes back out, left wing over to Johnson. Johnson now with the ball. Keontae Johnson already with a 3-point shot. Hands it off to Nembhard. Bounce pass into the key here. Blackshear puts it up. Too high, though, off the rim. Rebound by Kentucky here. 16:45 left to go. Maxey has it. 2 points so far by Kentucky, all by Nick Richards. On their only bucket of the game. Swings it back out. Johnny Juzang passes over to Richards. Richards now back in his way. Inside. Hook shot. That one rolls around the rim. No good. Good luck, but couldn't get it right there on the hook in the key. Rebound Florida. Hey, my man Alex here in the chat. Thanks so much, bud, for stopping by here. Alex from the DMV Sportsnet. Florida puts it up, and that shot is good. In the key for 2 right there by Keontae Johnson. 9-2 the score. 7-point game. And rough start by Kentucky scoring-wise. They have it into the hands of Juzang. Moves it over left wing to Quickly. Back towards the top here to Maxey. Maxey back over to Quickly. Quickly now. Dribbles. Makes his move into the key. Floats it up. Oh, difficult shot. He gets it. 2 points right there. Much needed on the grind by Emmanuel Quickly for Kentucky. Through the first 4 minutes so far, Florida with the basketball. They got it now top of the key. Passes. Right baseline into the hands of Nembhard. Nembhard takes the right elbow jumper. No good. Halfway home. Rattled out. Rebound Richards of Kentucky. They take it past the half-court logo. Maxey has it now. Top of the key. Maxey moves it over to Quickly. Quickly. Inside the lane. Proha. Floater gets it. This team's so good right there at the mid-range stuff. It's unbelievable to watch. It's great to watch. Nice drive in the key right there with a pro hop by Quickly. He took the game by storm. 2 weeks ago, these teams were playing and Quickly had himself a game. Florida with the ball. Blackshear hands it over to Nembhard. Nembhard now top of the key. And they travel with the basketball right there around the perimeter. So Keontae Johnson travels with it. And it's going to go back over to Kentucky. We're going to go on a break in this one. Thank you all so much for watching. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play. We'll get back after this TV timeout. Hey, welcome in. Bryson here, man. Thanks so much for stopping by, bud, again. Raptor 2.0, he's got UNC in an upset today against Duke. That could very well be possible, man. That could very well be possible today. Duke has been, like, defensively, they keep on struggling. And North Carolina, they keep on getting better and better. I think they've won, like, 3 straight in a row, even though, I think they're coming off a win against Wake Forest, though, who's at the bottom of their conference with UNC. But it's encouraging to see that, though, and everything just resets in the conference tournament anyway. And everything resets in the conference tournament. Just take a look at the Missouri Valley. The number 1 and the number 2 seeds in the Missouri Valley have already been eliminated from their conference. So, no Northern Iowa. So, rip to Northern Iowa and rip to Loyola Chicago as they both lost their games yesterday. Valparaiso winning in overtime by 1 against Loyola Chicago. And then, Drake just completely hammered Northern Iowa in the first game yesterday, the 8 versus 1 seed, by 21 points. Cody's watching Tennessee versus Auburn. Yeah, I'll give you guys a scoreboard update of these games right now. So right now we're in a TV timeout. Auburn leading Tennessee. 16 minutes remain in the second half. 46-37. Auburn is up by 9 against Tennessee. South Carolina leading Vanderbilt 30-24. Other games going on in college basketball today. Georgetown, they were down at halftime by 9 points. They're on an 11-zip run to start out here for the second half. They lead Villanova 41-39. Dude, I turned on that game like at the beginning of the hour at like 12 p.m. and like the first 6 minutes through, Villanova was up 14-0, and now Villanova is trailing by 2 at Georgetown. Wisconsin, tight one against Indiana, 32-31. The Hoosiers up by 1. Baylor leads West Virginia 9-4. Kansas versus Texas Tech at the turn of the start of the hour at 2 p.m. And how about this? St. John's hammering Marquette right now, 50-29. Marquette just another no-show. Looking like they're going to be poised for a quick exit in the tournament for Marquette. Yep, Brayson put it out. Hagen's a sophomore, but he's probably going to go to the draft. Yeah, most likely he'll probably go to the draft, in my opinion. Him, Maxey, and probably Richards. I wonder about Quickly if he wants to stay a year or so for Quickly. But usually they do a lot of one-and-dones. Who do I got in the SEC tournament? I'm gonna go Kentucky there in the SEC tournament. This game actually might be a really close one today since there's no Hagen, so it's gonna be a different look to run the offense. Hey, welcome in here. Random comments. He puts out, hate to say it, but we're probably gonna lose. Have no experience. Point guard. Yeah, it's tough shoes to fill if nobody else can play the point here, but they've come back winning 3. Richards missed it right there. Look, hit the rim too short on the layup as we're back to action, and they tried to get the basketball, but it's stolen away in the key by Florida. Florida has it right now. 14:50 left to go. Gators with the ball. They have it with Nemhard. Passes over top of the key to Locke. Noah Locke has it left wing. Hands this one off. Shot fake into the hands of Johnson. Back over to Locke. Locke now with the ball guarded by Montgomery. Locke left baseline. Moves it over now left wing into the hands of Nemhard. Nemhard with the basketball. Dribbles now with 14:30 left to go on the clock. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the jumper deep too, and he is gutted right there by Andrew Nemhard. 5-point game. Hey, welcome in there, David Harder. Thanks so much for stopping by, Dave. Once in the channel again. Kentucky now with the basketball. Top of the key. Moves it over Montgomery. Left wing perimeter. Over to Maxey now at the top of the key. Juzang into the game. Passes. Right corner shot fake quickly. Passes over to Montgomery and quickly runs over a Florida defender in the lane. Keontae Johnson takes the charge. And the ball goes back to the Gators here. So quickly picks up an offensive foul. And this ball will go back over to Florida. Who do I think is better, Hagens or Wara? Wara is the better scorer, but Hagens is a better passer or so. Like, leader on the court as far as, like, assist man and stuff like that. They're completely two different types of players. Hey, thanks so much, Bryson, for stopping by, my man. I appreciate it, bud. 13:50 left to go in the first half. Florida with the ball now at the top of the key for the Gators. Dribble drive inside, and Scotty Lewis lost control of the basketball, and it goes out of bounds, hits the baseline. So it goes back to Kentucky now. 5-point game, 13:45 left to go. They force a turnover. Zeke Skunk in the Auburn-Tennessee game. He's going to go Auburn in that one. Yesterday I had Tennessee. Somebody asked me that. I would go Tennessee in that game, especially with the comeback they did on Tuesday. Kentucky with the ball. Moves it over to Sestina. Nate Sestina into the game now for Kentucky. Passes over to Quickly. Moves it over left wing. Into the hands of Maxey now. 13:25 left to go in the first. Maxey dribbles towards his right. Around the perimeter. Looking to pass it. Oh, nice pass right there. Left wing open 3, and he's gutted. Nice vision by Maxey to find Nate Sestina for the 3-ball from behind the arc, and he drills it. 11-9 to score. 13:10 left to go in the first half. First 3-point shot of the game, and it goes down by Kentucky. Both of these teams perfect 1-for-1 from behind the arc. Florida with the ball. Moves it over left wing now. They dribble left baseline. Floats it up. No good. To the right side of the backboard. Rebound Sestina. Kentucky pushing the tempo past half court. They have it into the hands of Maxey. Maxey top of the key. Moves it over. Sestina. Another 3. No good that time. Off the mark. As he missed it, he was wide open. Hit it from the left wing the first time. Right. No good though. Rebound Florida. 12:40 left to go. Gators with the basketball. They make their move at the left elbow. Bounce pass. Off the backdoor cut inside, and they turn it over. Tipped in the key, deflected by Sestina. Maxey has it right back. He's going to set it up. Oh, gets around one defender. Maxey going into lane. Missed the layup. Couldn't finish right there with the right hand inside the key, and it goes back to Florida. 2-point game. If you guys are new to the channel, I call play-by-play of basketball here. College basketball, NBA March Madness tournament. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here if you enjoy what I do. If you're a first-timer, let me know down in the chat below. If you're a Kentucky fan, type in BBN for Big Blue Nation. Florida fan here. You can type in Gators here on the channel or Florida. Big three-point shot from the right corner goes down for the Gators. As they lead by 5, 14-9. 11:55 left to go in the first half. Ju Zhang with the basketball for Kentucky. Moves it over now quickly. Quickly has it top of the key. Passes over now and sets it up with Maxey. Maxey has it. Dribbles towards the left wing perimeter. Passes to Montgomery. Takes a deep two. It's up. No good. Rattled out. Couldn't get the open looks. Florida with the rebounds. They got 11:35 left to go in the first half. Florida with the basketball past half court. Johnson moves it over now to the left wing into the hands of Nembhard. Nembhard has the basketball with 11:25 left to go. Working on Maxey right now. Ooh, he's able to get around Maxey right there as he fell down. Bounce pass into the key. Low post. Oh, what a block. But they're going to say that it's a blocking foul by Kentucky. And Florida will go shoot 2 at the free throw line coming up here right after this TV timeout. So welcome in here, everybody. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel. I'll go over scoreboard updates with everybody right now on the channel here. 54-37. Cody has for that. Scores that. Yeah, Auburn up against Tennessee, 54-37 here. Hey, welcome to the channel. Stacy liking Kentucky for this one. Chris Jackson, thanks so much for stopping by on the channel here. Let's be respectful to other fans here on the channel. It's kind of split here. I call play-by-play college basketball games, NBA games, March Madness tournament. So all different types of fans here on the channel. Georgetown, scoreboard update right now. Georgetown leading Villanova 45-43. Marquette still getting pummeled today against St. John's 57-43. Other games in college right now. Auburn, yep, still 54-37, Cody. 54-37 Auburn up against Tennessee right now in that one. South Carolina leading Vanderbilt 34-33. Hey, welcome in there, Alex. Thanks so much, man, for stopping by. 14-9 the score right now with 11:18 left to go in the first half. We'll be back after these TV messages. Hey, what is good? Spartans gang here, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by. Leading scores in this game right now. And this one, 4 points by Emmanuel Quickly. And 3 points by Sestina off the 3-ball from the bench. 2 by Nick Richards. For Florida, though, Scotty Lewis. 7 points by Scotty right now in this game for the Florida Gators. And 5 by Keontae Johnson so far. And then 2 by Andrew Nembhard. Nembhard already with 3 assists. Yeah, big oof today for Marquette. It looks like Marquette's going to be a one-and-done from the tournament. Let's take a look. Baylor taking on West Virginia right now. We'll go over that score. 9-9. That game's tied up between those two teams. And Indiana leads by 5 right now. 42-37, the score against Wisconsin. That game tied up at 45, by the way. Villanova, 45 apiece as they are taking on Georgetown. So we will be back into this game right after in a little bit. Chris here, Kansas fan. Thanks so much, Chris, for stopping by here. All different types of fans on the channel, by the way. I've called Kansas quite a bit as well. Alex likes Kansas because Isaiah Moss transferred from Iowa to Kansas. Hey, welcome in, Ant, my man. Thanks so much, brother, for stopping by. Yeah, finally some automatic bids today, Spartans gang. Mountain West Tournament final today. Utah State versus San Diego State in the final. Seton Hall Creighton. Ooh, that's going to be a good one. Who do I got? I'm going to go Creighton. I'll go Creighton for that one. Seton Hall got a victory against Villanova earlier this week. I think Creighton got a win in their last game. I think they can bounce back from what happened like 6 days ago against St. John's. St. John's has been a shocker. They've gotten wins like here and there. And there's some pretty big wins, but they've had like a lot of bad losses, and their record isn't too great, so they're not going to make the tournament unless they win out. First shot, the free throw line, Florida misses it. That shot is no good there by the Gators by Jason Jitabo, the freshman from Nigeria. Second shot here coming up at the free throw line. 11:18 left to go. If you guys are new, first time on the channel, make sure to smash the like button, thumbs up, hit the subscribe button here as I call play-by-play. That shot's good, 15-9. Kentucky will inbound it right now. Jitabo checks out of the game for the Gators. And Kentucky dribbles past the half-court logo. Quickly has the top of the key, hands it off now. Over to Juzang, moves it to Keon Brooks. Brooks now to his left. Hands this one off back to the top of the key now for Kentucky over to Juzang. Juzang with the ball, hands it off now to Quickly. Quickly over to Sestina, top of the free throw circle. Hands this one back over to Quickly. Quickly now top of the key, 6 on the shot clock. Quickly dribbles towards his left, and there's going to be a foul away from the basketball. It's going to be on Kentucky here. So it goes back to Florida with 10:54 left to go. Hey, Raptor's back here on the channel. No problem, man. Thanks so much for stopping by here. Just had to walk his dog real quick. We got snow where I am today. So we actually got like a good amount of snow where I am, like overnight. Florida. With the ball now, left wing perimeter to Glover. Glover hit a buzzer beater to tie the game up at halftime, the last two teams, when they met 2 weeks ago. They got it now at the right wing into the hands of Nembhard. Nembhard with the ball, bounce pass over to Blackshear here. Blackshear working on Richards. Moves it over top of the key. Glover takes a 3 and Quace Glover drills it. 18-9. Sacred Heart versus St. Francis. St. Francis 62-49 in that game. That's NEC. I think that's like the tournament final, I think, for the NEC. I wish... I'll take a look at that when I do have a chance. That shot no good in the key by Kentucky. Rebound over to Florida. 10 minutes remain. Hey, welcome in. Chris S. here. Thanks so much for stopping by here. We're going to be having a lot of upsets, I bet you, during the tournament. Low post. Florida puts it up, and that's going to be a foul on Keon Brooks, which will send the Gators to the line right now. Zeke in this one liking Maxey to score 22 in this one. He puts out his prediction. So Florida going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2 now with Scotty Lewis. He's got 2 shots. First shot up by Lewis. Hits it. Largest lead today. 10-point lead right now. Yep, St. Francis. Okay, so that's a semifinal game for NEC. Wow, they're crushing Sacred Heart now. 67-49. Halfway part through the second half in that one. So not looking too good for Sacred Heart to make their first ever NCAA tournament appearance. Second shot coming up at the line by Florida. Scotty Lewis hits it for the freshman. He's just come out of nowhere in this one. Silvio De Souza, yep, he returns today against Texas Tech. Yeah, it won't involve a large role at all, Alex. So he'll probably get like very minimum minutes. Probably like 2 or 3 minutes or so for De Souza. Alright, 11-point game, largest lead right now by Florida. No points by Kentucky, last 3:35. They have it at the left double. Brooks dribbling now at the left baseline, bumping his way in there. That ball tipped out of bounds. It's tipped out of bounds, though, by the Gators by Nembhard. So Kentucky will get it back. 9:34 on the clock, 10 on the shot clock. Yeah, no Higgins in this game. It's been tough to run the offense from the point if you don't have your leading point guard on the team. Kentucky takes a 2, though. Left baseline, they hit it. So off the inbound, they hit the 2-point shot, 22-11. 9-point game, 9:20 left to go in the first half. Florida moves it over around the perimeter to the right corner. We got over 20 people here in the chat. Make sure to keep on smashing the thumbs up. Hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Gators get around Richards inside the low post, and they go reverse hand and put it up and in for 2. It's back to 11 right now. Hey, welcome in. Chicago Plays here. Thanks so much, bud, for stopping by. 9 minutes left to go in the first half. Maxey moves it over to the right corner perimeter into the hands of Juzang. Pass it over to Richards. Richards, no good. Too strong off the mark right there. Off the backboard in the low post. Looks like it was about to go in, but a little bit too strong. And the Gators get the rebound as they ripped it away from Richards. And we get a foul on Kentucky, too. So Kentucky just picks up the foul there. That looked like it was going in by Richards, and then it was just stopped right on the front rim and went out. Vegas Vix wants to see De Souza throw a chair again. Pick up the stool right there. Classic. Only 12-game suspension. Yep. 12-game suspension. And Yeah, Kansas won at least a share of the Big 12 title without him. Chris S. wants Michigan State to go all the way. It's been a while. Yep, it's been since 2000 since Sparty has won it. That could very well happen there. They're playing their best basketball right now. Feel free, guys. Go to the Tournament Challenge group on ESPN. The link is down there in the chat below. So if you guys want to fill out your brackets over on the Behind the Arc Basketball Challenge group for ESPN when tournament time comes out, make sure to fill that out when it comes out here in 8 days for the bracket. 22-11. Florida missed a shot. Rebound by Kentucky. Maxey dribbles left elbow. Pass it over to Brooks. Moves it over top of the key now. They take a deep three. This one quickly splash from the outside right there by Emmanuel Quickly. That one could be the one to get them back in the game. 8-point game. 8 minutes left to go in the first half. Chris S. puts out no problem, man. Not a dumb question at all. The blue wrench, that is just like a moderator. So what that means is that whoever has the blue wrench can just, if anybody posts like anything inappropriate in the chat, they can just remove other people from the chat and hide them from the streams and stuff. Right corner three goes down by the Gators in response to Quickly's three. Brooks has the basketball now for Kentucky. Top of the key into the hands of Maxey here. Maxey dribbles towards his right, moves it over to Quickly. They're going to have to make some three-pointers in this game quickly. The go-to player to do so, right baseline, back in this way, low post by Glover. Puts up the jumper, and it's going to be another offensive foul. That is worst-case scenario for Kentucky when Quickly has picked up 2 offensive fouls already in this game as Florida takes the charge. And this one going right now with the Gators in this game, looking solid. 25-14, 7:22 left to go in the first half. And, yeah, Nick Richards with 2 fouls as well in this one as we're going to get back here right after this TV timeout. Tennessee trying to make a comeback in that game. 58-51. Auburn up by 7. Let's see, we're going to scroll up the chat here. Yeah, I'm shocked that Florida's really doing this right now early on. Hey, welcome in, Bridget Young. Thanks so much for stopping by. What is good? She enjoys watching me. I appreciate it, Bridget. Thank you so much for stopping by once again here. Fulkerson doing it again. Cody puts out for Tennessee, getting hot like he did back on Tuesday. What hat am I wearing today? I'm wearing Providence here. Big game. Big game for PC later today. Got to finish strong against DePaul, worst team in the conference. Hey, welcome in. Josh Price, thanks so much for stopping by, man. Currently, we're just on break. Got almost 30 people watching this game, so make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here, as I call play-by-play on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. How do you get a blue wrench or become a moderator? Just keep on coming back to like more streams and stuff like that, and then I'll hit you up on a blue wrench here, my man, Chris S. It usually takes like a couple months or so for people to get like a blue wrench. But yeah, thank you so much for your interest, my man, because I'm definitely looking to add some more mods here for the tournament, and I got since you're interested, definitely gonna have you on my mind there to give you the blue wrench and when we get the tournament rolling here. Hey, welcome in, T-Skeet. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'm shocked right now. Florida was the favorite actually in this game, 3.5-point favorites at home by the Gators. No Ashton Higgins for this one. Scoreboard update. It looks like this. Villanova up against Georgetown, 52-47. St. John's still up against Marquette, 64-52. Games throughout the SEC going on right now. Auburn up by 9 against Tennessee, 63-54 with 10 minutes remaining in the second half. South Carolina in a tight one against Vanderbilt, up by 2, 35-33. If South Carolina loses today, that means that they'll basically be done for the tournament. I honestly have no clue how in the world South Carolina is still like in tournament contention. They lost to Boston University back in November. They had lost to Stetson as well in non-conference play. And I'm shocked right now that South Carolina is still alive right now in the last 8 out group. Indiana up against Wisconsin, 49-42. And Baylor losing at West Virginia. Whoa, West Virginia is leading 19-11 against Baylor there today. So I'm shocked about that early on, but still gonna play. Still gonna play 40-minute basketball for West Virginia. So you're gonna have to hold them. We're back to action. 7:15 left to go. Fulkerson heating up. Cody puts out 17 points in that game. Tennessee versus Auburn. Florida with the basketball, takes a three, catch and shoot, no good off the mark, rebound by Brooks at Kentucky. Wildcats basketball now, dribbles past the half-court logo. Into the hands of Quickly, Quickly now dribbles at the edge of the Florida Gators logo, now to the left wing perimeter, as he is guarded by Nemhard. Quickly moves it over Sestina, back over to Maxey, passes into the key here to Montgomery. Montgomery with the ball now at the left elbow. Montgomery inside, hook shot, turnaround, got it. 2 points right there by EJ, and that is big for Kentucky. Goes back by 9 here in this one. So Florida up by 9, 6.5 left to go in the first half. Gators with the basketball now. If you guys enjoy what I do, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here. We're almost at 10 likes. We almost got 30 people on the channel right now. Florida. Dribble drive inside on the bounce pass. They lost control of the basketball. Brooks comes in and swoops it up with a steal. Kentucky with the ball now. Makes their move. Going dribble drive into the lane, and they're going to shoot 2 at the line. Foul by the Gators. And Kentucky will shoot 2 at the line. De Souza averaging 8.2 minutes per game before the suspension. Yeah, so he was like not really playing much either way, because Kansas is just so deep either way. It'll be interesting to see. Definitely, Alex, how much he plays in his first game back. Probably like 2 or 3 minutes, most likely. On KUExperts.com, Bill Self said that De Souza will suit up, but is unsure how much he will play in that game against Texas Tech today. For that one. Hey, welcome in, I Own Razor. Thanks so much for stopping by here. 6:20 left to go. Free throws coming up. First one's good by Maxey, and Maxey hits the second one. So it puts it to 7 right now. Florida with the ball. They got it at the right wing perimeter into the hands of Johnson. Johnson now with the ball. Bounce pass right elbow. Into the hands of Blackshear, back in his way. In the low post, and it's taken right away there by Maxey. Maxey comes in with a steal. We get a quick foul. I think it's going to be on Blackshear with a foul. As Maxey came with a steal. Yep, he fouled him right from behind. So 6:05 left to go. Blackshear will check out of the game now for the Gators. So it's a good opportunity for Nick Richards to take his matchup battle and get some points. Actually, he's not in the game, though. It's Montgomery and Sestina who's in the game right now. So Brooks, Montgomery, Sestina, Juzang, and Maxey on the court right now for Kentucky. Puts into the hands of Juzang. Moves it over to Brooks. Brooks now at the right wing. Passes top of the key. 5:45 left to go in the first half. Kentucky with the basketball. Maxey has it. Spin move at the free throw circle. Floater. Mid-range. It's off the mark. Sestina. Big offensive rebound. Puts it up. And Nate Sestina gets fouled. And he'll go to the line to shoot 2. What do I think about the Ashton Hagans thing? I was shocked that he wasn't playing today, but I think it was for personal reasons. I'm not like clearly sure what it was, because I just found out about it like right before the game. I saw the graphic and they put it on for like a quick minute, but hopefully everything is okay with him, and hopefully Kentucky will be able to get him back in the for the conference tournament for him to make a deep run there, because I think Durante Jenkins, VCU, he actually stepped down from basketball for VCU like last week, and that's basically like one of the leading players in the team, and ever since that happened, VCU's just been in a total crumble. 5-point game as both of the free throws go down at the line by Sestina. Florida with the ball, 5:25 left to go, and a foul picked up by Brooks from behind in the bounce pass. So that is that's going to go as another foul assessed, and Florida will go to the free throw line. We have 5 minutes, 24 seconds left to go, so 5:24 left to go. If you guys are new, I call play-by-play here of college basketball NBA March Madness tournament on the channel. I'm Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. If you guys are a first-timer here, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play. Alright, so we got 1-and-1 free throws coming up by the Gators right now. First one at the free throw line, Scotty Lewis hits it. 6-point game. Who's my teams? Providence and URI for college basketball. Celtics for NBA as well. I'm from Massachusetts, right down the road from Rhode Island with Providence, but welcome on the channel here. Watch out for Providence in the tournament, guys. If they keep it up, that team's going to be dangerous. Second shot good at the line. 7-point game right now. Did I hear about the Nets? I heard that the Nets crushed the Spurs yesterday, but I didn't hear anything else about the Brooklyn Nets from yesterday. 5:15 left to go. Kentucky trailing by 7. Top of the key, Montgomery. Moves it over now to Juzang. Passes right baseline. Dribbling with the basketball, Maxey. Maxey looking to pass it right back out. Does into the hands of Juzang. Juzang at the right wing. Moves now to the top of the key over to Maxey. Maxey has it. Burst of speed. Dribble drive inside with the right hand. No good. Off the side rim. Tipped out of bounds. And it's going to be touched out of bounds by Sestina, Kentucky. So it's going to go back here to the Gators. Yeah, hopefully not Ants. Hopefully Higgins is okay and that he's able to return for the first game for the conference tournaments. Because that's what happened with the player for VCU, Jenkins, and ever since he left, that team has basically been in a downward spiral. Yep, gonna call some buzzer beater games from March for sure, my man, Vegas Vix. So we're back into this one. 4:45 left to go. Gators with the basketball right now. As they go inside, and they're going to put it up and in for two right there. 29-20 is the score. Hey, welcome in on the channel, Joe Johnson. Hello. Thanks so much for stopping by. Enjoys listening to me calling the game. I appreciate it, Joe. Thank you so much for stopping by. Kentucky trailing by 9 to get the basketball with 4:25 left to go on the clock. Hey, welcome in, my man, Little Man No Sports. Thanks so much, brother, for stopping by. I'm doing really well. If you guys enjoy NBA games, make sure to subscribe over to Little Man No Sports. There's some fire NBA streams on YouTube. Left wing three, and Kentucky drills it. Big shot by Keon Brooks to put on Whitten with 6 right now in this game. 4 minutes left to go. Florida with the ball at the left wing perimeter. Dribbles to the top of the key, moves it over to Lewis. Scotty Lewis has it, passes right wing here to Nemhard. Nemhard at the free throw circle. Shot fake, pass over to Lewis. Lewis now, right baseline. Inside the key, floats it up. That one too high. But they get the offensive rebound. They're going to jam it right back with Omar Payne. So offensive rebound. That's how Kentucky just got wrecked on the boards in the second half against Tennessee. They're able to hit threes, though. So right now, 3 for 4 from behind the arc by a team that only attempts around like an average of 14-15 per game. Kentucky moves it over right wing, which is one of the lowest attempts in college basketball. Everything is 2. They got such a good mid-range game. They follow up their shot, and they bank it up and in off the backboard for 2 more. It's back to 6. Florida, left corner shot fake, takes a 3. This is up. Oh, they hit it. 3-point shot going down by Noah Luck. It's a 9-point game, 3 minutes left to go. Brooks with the basketball, top of the key. Keon Brooks moves it over now, right wing to Maxey. Maxey over to the top of the key to Brooks. Brooks with it, hands it off to Maxey here. 2:45 left remaining. Maxey has it, 6 on the shot clock. They're going to take a deep 3 with Maxey. No good, hit the front rim, and they get the offensive rebound. Richards over to Sestina. There'll be a foul call. It's going to be a foul by Kentucky over the back, they say, and it's going to be Florida basketball when we do get back after this break. Yeah, Florida right now is projected to be a 9 seed. They were a seesaw, basically, especially in non-conference play. But I felt like there was a time that Florida was going to catch fire when they came off like a massive win back in January against Auburn. And then they took on Baylor the next week, but they could never catch fire. I really thought they could have knocked off top-ranked Baylor during that game, but that didn't happen. But, man, I saw that game against Providence. They crushed Providence. They crushed Providence when they took them on, I think, back in November. But they've just been inconsistent, back early in the season, especially when they lost to UConn. Hey, welcome in here, Boulder Vaughn. Thanks so much, brother, for stopping by. 40 minutes of basketball. That's a testament to the game. I could tell you all about that, that's for sure, with 40 minutes of basketball. See major blowouts in the second half. I don't know anymore. Thinks that Kentucky has a chance of coming back. I feel like they've been in this situation before. They've been in this situation against Vanderbilt. I think there's definitely faith in the locker room to come back in the second half. It's just trying to find what's right without Higgins in a lineup that they're gonna have to find the gap to overcome and get it right in the second half. By the way, Auburn is leading Tennessee 72-57. So 72-57, Auburn up against Tennessee. I am rooting for a South Carolina loss, by the way. Vanderbilt is leading 41-38. South Carolina loss just opens up the bubble even more. And South Carolina trailing by 2 right now against Vanderbilt at Vandy. That would be like a terrible loss for them, like a quad 3 loss, I believe, if they lose at Vandy. Other games going on, Villanova and a tight one against Georgetown. Georgetown up by 2, 58-56. St. John's up against Marquette, 71-60. I heard that Marquette was somehow safely in the field. Other games, Indiana, tight one against Wisconsin, 54-51. Wisconsin up by 3. West Virginia leading Baylor, 24-17. And this game, we're on the TV timeout. We got 2:37 left to go in the first half. Hey, welcome to the channel here, April Bledsoe. Thanks so much for stopping by here. I appreciate it. If you guys are a first timer on the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub, as I call play-by-play. Yes, Vegas Fix, I really do hope South Carolina loses myself. I have no clue how in the world they lose against Boston University and Stetson, and they're in the bubble. They're on the bubble better than St. Louis and Rhode Island, which is just complete garbage, in my opinion. To lose against BU and Stetson and be there on the bubble as the last team in. And to put St. Louis as the 12th team out right now of the bracket, that is a complete joke. They are playing the best basketball out of, like, almost anybody in the country right now. If you're not watching, the team is so underrated. If they can somehow make it somehow there to, like, the A10 finals and give it a fight with Dayton in the final, that could be a tight one. But, Dayton, I feel like, is way too strong. Are there any games on CBS? Yes. This game is on CBS. And then after this, I think it's UCLA against USC. Cody updated me with Tennessee Vescovi with 13 points for Santiago Vescovi for Tennessee. And Tennessee trailing by 13 as they are on the bubble as well. That is a game that they would need to get into the bracket, and they didn't do so. They're not doing so right now. We're back to action. Kentucky inbounds a left baseline jumper. It's up and good. So that foul is actually assessed to Florida off the over-the-back call. I thought it was Kentucky, but when we came back to break right there, Kentucky inbounded, and Johnny Juzang drills the left baseline jumper for 2. Indeed, Ants, for sure. St. Louis so disrespected, right there. Same as, Tulsa, the problem is terrible non-conference losses. Because people have complained about Tulsa, I'm just not sold on any American team. Florida with the basketball. 7-point game, 2:15 left to go. They got it top of the key. Hey, welcome in there. Vaughn's back on the channel. Dribble drive inside. Florida puts it up and in. Off the backboard, it'll count for 2 there by Trey Mann. It's back to 9. Jason putting out any Dallas Cowboys fans in the chat. He puts out Dak offered $105 million, be an average of $33 million per season, per Bleacher Report. He puts out there. So Dak earning the payday for next year. Richards has the basketball back in his way. Low post, puts it up, and that's going to be a block. Clean block by Omar Payne of the Gators, and Florida will get this basketball right back here with 1:40 left to go. Gators have it top of the key. Mann moves it over to the left wing into the hands now of Scotty Lewis. Lewis passes over right corner perimeter now into the hands of Mann. Mann with the basketball dribbles to the right wing. Guarded by Maxey. Mann swings it over now left wing to Locke. Locke here with the basketball working on Juzang. Locke at the free throw circle making his move. Mid-range. He has got it in the key. That one's up and good for 2 more. Florida by 11. 38-27, minute 15 left to go before halftime. What is encouraging here for Kentucky? Well, what would be encouraging is that they're down by 11, and that any sort of rhythm here with a bucket before halftime would go a long way, especially momentum in the second half. Richards, that's not going to help. Turnaround jumper off the back iron, no good. Rebound by the Gators here. 55 seconds left to go. Florida with the basketball, left wing into the hands of Mann. Mann now dribbles, makes his move inside, past the defense, he gets blocked from behind. Miraculous block right there. I thought he was able to slam it down. Juzang coming out of nowhere right now, and they got the rebound by Kentucky. Kentucky with a 3. Juzang, he has got it, just turned the script around. Wow, what about a momentum changer right there? 38-30 with 33 seconds left to go. This game could have easily been Florida up by 13. Now they cut it to 8. 38-30, just like that. Florida inside the key. Oh, geez, what a jam cutting between the defense. Johnson slamming it down. That's a man's jam. Throwing it down with 20 seconds left to go, and the timeout taken on the court here by Kentucky. Damn. Damn, maybe they will cover on the spread today. Maybe they will cover on the spread for Florida for this one. They were favored by 3.5 points. Testament to 40 minutes of basketball. We have played almost 20 here with 20 seconds left to go before halftime in this game. Giannis getting an MRI on his knee. Whoa. Cody putting it out there. That if that is serious there, Cody's putting out with Giannis with a knee injury, that could just open up the door just completely there for like the Eastern Conference, especially when playoff time comes. That was a massive slam by Keontae Johnson. Just cuts right through the perimeter into the lane right there and slams it over Nick Richards. South Korea's 7,041 cases, Vaughn has put out here. Oof, that's not good. 14 seconds left to go. Nothing really severe to worry about, though. Kentucky moves it inside. Ball deflected, and it gets stolen away by Florida. Somehow that was stolen right there. Full court pass right ahead of the packeting. Missed the layup. Tried to get in the jam right there at the horn and couldn't. And we go to halftime. 40-30 to score. Almost there was a 12-point lead at halftime. Florida. Yes, we got this, according to Vegas Vix. Kentucky. Hold my beer. 20 minutes of college basketball in the books. We're at halftime here. 20 minutes after this 15-minute halftime break. 20 minutes is a testament to what Penn State played against Michigan State on Tuesday. Michigan State did not show up for the first half. And then the second half, Penn State just did not show up for the second half. And then Michigan State came back down by 19 and they won. So right now we're at halftime, everybody. If you enjoy my stream here, I call play-by-play of college basketball, NBA, the March Madness tournament. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub. We already got over 25 people here in the chat, so big thank you all for stopping by in the channel today. Let me know down in the chat below if you're a fan of Kentucky or a fan of Florida. Down in the chat below if you're new on the channel and haven't already done so. Oh, thanks so much for the update, my man. Spartans gang, that means a whole lot to me. UMBC taking on New Hampshire. That's a tight one at halftime, 32-31. That'd be so dope to see New Hampshire someday make it to the tournament. I would love that. I would love that. New Hampshire or Maine, two teams that's never made it to the tournament. I'm from up that area. Yes, this is game number 1 out of game number 2 tonight. We should have an absolute blast with that stream. Probably going to have a bunch of people in it again. Last month that stream was lit. Went into overtime. Came down to a final buzzer beater. North Carolina versus Duke. I'll be streaming that game tonight for the next one. So my last stream tonight, North Carolina Duke. Feel free to stop on by for that one. That was crazy lit when I called it. And expect the same today. Maybe Duke will just crumble all over themselves, and UNC will win. I think UNC is coming on at like a winning streak as well. They've been much better lately, so it could be a good game. But Duke's played really well at home, even though with like that slow start against NC State on Monday. Duke's actually played pretty well at home lately. Hey, thank you so much. Ant's coming to North Carolina Duke. I appreciate it, brother. So, yeah, New Hampshire down by 1 at halftime. Spartans gang's putting out here. I'm from Massachusetts, by the way, but I would really like to see like another team make it sometime in the tournament from that conference. Either a New Hampshire or Maine. New Hampshire might have the pieces next year to do so. Everybody in the starting 5, I think, is like an underclassmen. They're loaded with sophomores, so maybe next year New Hampshire can get there, but Vermont's just been too strong lately. Vermont gets like a lot of like really good recruits that's like underrated from like all different types of states. Like I think like New York, New Jersey, and they put them on their roster, and they always do a great job every single season for UVM basketball. They could be one that could surprise teams in the tournament depending on the matchup. They could be a team that pulls off an upset in the first round. So watch out for that Vermont team. But they gotta get past Maine tonight though in the first rounds. Can't look way too far ahead of them. You gotta win the America East in order to get there because they're not gonna be at large bid. Because Northern Iowa could tell you that yesterday. It comes down to basically for those mid-major schools, it comes down to 1 day in March to determine their fate. So, Colgate's playing tomorrow. Say that, oh, by the way, Colgate has lost twice to Lafayette. That is the game tomorrow. Lafayette against Colgate in the Patriot League semis. I'll be at the Boston University game tomorrow. My girlfriend went to Boston University, and we're gonna see BU in a playoff game. They actually host it tomorrow against number 7 seed Bucknell. So BU's the 3 seed, taking on Bucknell as the 7. So fingers crossed. It would be mad funny if BU is able to make it into the tournament. That would be mad funny. But in order to do so, they don't have the matchup to Colgate because BU's got 3 guards in the team and 2 forwards, whereas it's flipped the other way for Colgate there as far as the starting 5. And that's where Lafayette can take them out. Lafayette's already beat them twice, so that's going to be an interesting matchup because the 5 seeds Lafayette in the conference tournament, and Colgate's the number 1. But it comes down to basically one game in March, and say if Colgate loses, and they were the clear-cut favorite to win the Patriot League, they get put in the NIT anyway. Yeah, so that's crazy. So West Virginia up against Baylor. Wow. Insane. I'm not too high on Baylor. I told you guys that last week. I'm still not too high on Baylor. 24-22, West Virginia up at halftime. To score 22 points at the half, that's embarrassing. 22 points at halftime. At least it's not in the teens. 24-22. I got to see what Baylor's like free throw shooting percentage is, because it's probably bad again, like that Texas Tech game. That was rough. Who do I have winning the Missouri Valley? He's got Valpo. Ooh, I'm gonna go with Bradley. I'll go with Bradley to win it, but it's so chaos. It's chaos right there in the Missouri Valley. Number 1, number 2 is already out. It could possibly be Drake as an 8 that could make it. And I think last year was ridiculous. I think the Missouri Valley last year, it was something like an 8 versus 6 seed or something like that in the title game. And it's going to be like that, I feel like, once again. Crazy. And I'm telling you guys, Northern Iowa's not going to get an at-large bid. They're not going to get an at-large bid. There's going to be multiple bid stealers come tournament time. And, watch out for the Americans. Somebody's going to steal a bid in the American. Houston's not going to win it. I don't think Houston's going to win the conference championship. Neither is Memphis. Neither is Tulsa. I think UConn has a legitimate shot. UConn's playing the best basketball of anybody right now to win the conference tournament. Hey, welcome in here. Rip Juice World, thanks so much for stopping by. Who do I got winning the ACC? It's got Louisville. I'm going to go Virginia there. So I will go Virginia to win it as like a dark horse and in the ACC. Ooh, sleeper in the tournaments. Sleeper in the tournament. I'm going to go BYU probably to the Elite 8 depending on the matchup. I think depending on the matchup too, Providence could go to the Sweet 16. And East Tennessee State, depending on their matchups, they could go to the Sweet 16 as well. It all depends on the matchup. Oh, Wisconsin is up by 3. 11 seconds left to go. We're going to go through scoreboard updates with everyone right now since we're in the halftime break. Not looking good for Tennessee. 82-63. Auburn in the final minute will beat Tennessee, so the bubble just breaking down with losses once again. South Carolina not looking good. Get out of there, South Carolina. They're losing against Vanderbilt 52-46. Gotta get you out of there. So we can get a good team with a good record from the A10 in your spot, like a St. Louis in that spot for South Carolina. Let's see what else we got here going on for college basketball. Those are the games in the SEC. St. Francis has beat Sacred Heart 84-72 in the NEC semis today. So St. Francis of Pennsylvania will take on the winner of Robert Morris versus Long Island University. Georgetown up by 2 against Villanova. Yeah, Villanova's been struggling recently. They had won against Seton Hall, though, I think on Wednesday. But yeah, Villanova... Dude, Villanova was up 14-0 to start out the game. Through like the first 5 minutes, they were up 14-0 against Georgetown today when they turned on the TV. And then they were up by 9 at halftime, 39-30, and then Georgetown comes out on an 11-zip run to start out the second half. Oh, here comes Marquette, outscoring St. John's in the second half, 43-31. St. John's with 4.5 minutes remaining, leading Marquette 78-71 right now. So I'll keep on monitoring that game for you guys. Wisconsin, 7 seconds left to go. Wisconsin taking on Indiana, and the Badgers leading by 2, 58-56 in the final 7 seconds. Oh yeah, Vegas Fix. That would be an absolute dream if Providence was able to win it. Talk about like the worst team for like a power conference college basketball team in non-conference play when you lose back-to-back or 3 straight games in a row to Pennsylvania, Long Beach State, and Charleston, and you somehow find your way in the tournament because you get yourself 7 quad 1 wins, make the tournament, and have the chance to legit make some noise and go and win it all. That would be insane, my man. Entire city skyline would be lit up there in Friartown colors. Yeah, Seton Hall almost came back against Villanova, too. They almost came back and beat Providence. The Providence fans stormed the court with like 2 seconds left to go, and they barely won the game. They assessed like a technical foul, too, to that, but Providence was able to hold on. That would have been a crusher there, because if Providence had lost that game, we wouldn't even be talking about them right now as like a 9 or a 10 seed in the tournament. We'd be talking about them being in the last 4 in right now, but that was massive, like a massive week they have had. Just trying to close it out strong today. Vegas Vic's not watching Villanova Georgetown. It's trash. It was pretty bad when I turned on the TV. I'm shocked that Georgetown is able to make it. Like it's been. Who do I have winning the Big Ten? I really like Michigan State right now. Michigan State is on a hot roll. Ohio State, though, they look good as well. Michigan State, Ohio State could very well find themselves in the Big Ten title game the next week later. So they take on each other tomorrow. They could very well play in the Big Ten title game a week later as well. And then also Iowa could be a dark horse in that tournament with Luka Garza and possibly make it to take on Michigan State. But I do like Michigan State. They're getting hot at the right time. If Louisville loses the ACC, will they still make it to the tournament? Yes, they will still make it to the tournament. Right now they're a number 2 seed. So they're clearly going to make it to the tournament there, no matter who you lose against. No matter if it's against somebody like a bottom conference, like a Wake Forest or a Boston College, they'll just they'll make it either way. I already locked that up weeks ago for Louisville. Spartans game putting out PC gonna win it all for win the Big East tournaments. So they're gonna win the Big East tournament for Providence. That would be an absolute dream if I'm able to call that game with Providence in it a week from today. That'd be awesome. Thoughts on NC State? Oof, rough. Not the person with an account with NC State on my channel, but yeah, Ant putting out first 4 out unless they make some noise in the ACC tournament. Yep, I'm not sold on NC State again. I think they're going to be a number 1 seed, that being in the NIT. They'll be a number 1 seed in the NIT, just like last year, where they had a 9-9 conference record. I think they were like 20. They had a record, I think, of something like 20-9. But they didn't make it into the tournament because their non-conference strength of schedule was the easiest out of every single team in college basketball. The easiest non-conference schedule. Now, that's stuff that you have to give to like a team like Chicago State or like something like a Maryland Eastern Shore or Howard or Texas Southern or that type of team there. Like a SWAC conference or an MEAC conference or an NEC conference, like one of the bottom conferences. You expect them to have like an easy schedule if you play like easy teams like a Chicago State does with like 3 non-Division I teams. But no, NC State had the easiest non-conference strength of schedule last year. Am I going to do Louisville today with that game? No, I will not be doing that one. I'll be back later today for Duke versus UNC. So my doubleheader today, so Duke versus UNC will be the game at 6 o'clock. But yeah, NC State, in order to make the tournament for them, they're going to have to make it far into the ACC tournament. They're going to have to knock out legit, like, the top, like, any top 4 team there to get in and keep on rolling, like a Virginia, Florida State, Duke, Louisville. They're going to have to knock out 1, possibly 2 of those teams. Yeah, they had a chance to beat Florida State and got crushed by Duke the second go-around. Yep. So if they got one of those games, yes, they will be in. But right now they look like they are out at the moment. Typical NC State this season. Never a good sign when you're Baylor and you shoot the ball 37% from the floor in the first half. So that's never a good sign. Baylor shoots the ball at 37%. They go 0 for 6 from three-point range. With the three-point shot saved them against Texas Tech on Tuesday. Yeah, that was I think Tuesday or Monday night, I think, against Texas Tech. But yeah, earlier this week, Baylor with the three-point shots legit saved them. But today they're 0 for 6 from behind the arc, and that is concerning there. For Baylor, the consistency is just not there, especially when shooting free throws. That is a main issue for Baylor. Hey, welcome to the channel, Tarika Alexander. Thanks so much for stopping by. She's new on the channel. I appreciate it for finding my channel. Going really well. My day's been pretty well here. Thank you so much for finding my channel. If you're new, a first timer, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub. If you enjoy what I do, I call play-by-play of college basketball, March Madness tournament, NBA on the channel here. Right now, we're just at halftime. We'll be back in the second half in a little bit. Wisconsin just beat Indiana. Final score 60-56. So, Indiana on the wrong side of 500 in the conference for the Big Ten. 9-11 record. I still think that Indiana will make it in, probably as a 10 or an 11 or so for Indiana. But this is getting close. This is getting close here for Indiana. It comes in with bid stealers, but they're in a much better spot than, say, somebody like a USC or a Stanford or an Arizona State. Stanford just killed themselves on Thursday. They lost at Oregon State, which is a problem. You can't be losing against those type of teams who's at the bottom of your conference to get into the tournament. Georgetown versus Villanova. Georgetown up by 2 with 30 seconds left to go. 69-67. So Indiana loses to Wisconsin. I still feel like they're going to make some noise in the tournament just to be safe for Indiana. They're on the wrong side of 500 though in the conference. 9-11. I still think Indiana will be in, I feel like. I still think they'll be in. They're in a much better spot than Rutgers as well. Say Rutgers loses on the road their final game against Purdue. Purdue is still out because of their record, but they're going to have to make some noise. If they do make some noise in the Big Ten tournament, then they get right back in. So we're going to get back to the second half here in this one. Let's see, Indiana. Just going to check to see what do they have Indiana on. An 11. Ooh, I would honestly take Indiana over Xavier, too. I would take Indiana over Xavier. That's just a tough loss there today for the Hoosiers. Wisconsin's been on a roll. That team's been surprising me. So here we go. We're going to get back to action here. I'm going to go probably 10 Big Ten teams will make the tournament. We start out the second half here. Bounce pass over to Richards. Richards, right hook over Blackshear. It rolls in. Great start by Kentucky right there at the right baseline for the jumper by Nick Richards. 8-point game. Yep, Steph Curry can hit more threes than the entire Baylor team. Classic comment from Vegas Vix right there. So true, though, man. Complete bricks of three-point shots in the first half by Baylor. That's concerning. How many teams will make it to the Big Ten? Yeah, I think 10 teams. It's all going to come down. Tomorrow's game, I think either tomorrow or today. Let's see here. Rutgers. Oh, they're taking on Purdue. So, yeah, Rutgers is taking on Purdue right now. It's going to come down to whoever wins that game. If Rutgers wins on the road at Purdue, they are in. They are in the tournament. All you have to do is just win another road game for sake there, Rutgers. If Purdue wins, they're still not in the tournament, but they improved their record of 17-14, and if they're able to make some noise in the tournament, they have a chance. Missed shot by Florida. Rebound by Kentucky here through the first minute. Top of the key three. Maxey off the mark. They tried to go up for the rebound. Tipped out of bounds by the Gators. 19 minutes left to go in the second half. Kentucky gets the basketball back. Vaughn putting out Washington will be a 12 seed in the Pac-12 conference tournament. Yeah, that's a shocker there. I wasn't expect Washington as well. I wasn't expect Washington to be this bad this year. They have it top of the key into the hands of Kentucky with Maxey. Maxey moves it over left wing. Over to Juzang. Juzang with the basketball. So, yeah, Nebraska, Minnesota, Northwestern, and The fourth team that's to be determined, either Purdue or Rutgers, but I don't. That's a 3-point shot that goes down, by the way, by Kentucky. 3-point right back, and Florida drills it from the right wing perimeter. 43-35. Wow, thanks so much for the scoreboard update. Villanova up by 1 against Georgetown. 10 seconds left to go. Crazy game there. Juzang with the basketball. 8-point game. Kentucky has it. Bounce pass to the left wing. Because I was wondering, too, like, why in the world is Rutgers not in the, like, why do they have them on the bubble? Well, the reason why is because they've only won 1 game on the road. That's the reason why. They only have 1 win on the road, and it came at Nebraska. So, against the worst team in the conference, which they have all these quality victories, but it's concerning that they can't win on the road. That's the thing. 18-15 left to go. It would be such a good story, though, if Rutgers is able to get into the tournament. That'd be such a good story. Yes, Ant putting out there Villanova for sure, man. So weird. They are a hit or miss team, I feel like, in the tournament. They're going to be one of the toughest teams to base your brackets off in the tournament, because everything's about 3-point shots. Florida turns over the basketball as it goes back to Kentucky right now. So it's basically like Villanova. It's basically if they can shoot 3-point shots, they're going to have a solid game. But if they can't shoot the threes, like against the game on Providence last Saturday, well, they're going to have a rough game, and that's where they only scored 54. So they're the toughest, in my opinion, to base their matchup in the tournament. Left wing 3 up in the air, no good. Hit the front rim, rebounds by Florida here. Gators with the basketball. Dribbles past the half-court logo, and Villanova wins. So big win there for Villanova. Georgetown's chances of making the tournament are now at like 0%, basically. That would have put them a little bit, like a 1% chance. Oh yeah, they shoot a crazy amount of threes. Florida with the ball, right wing. Dribbles top of the key into the hands of Nembhard. Nembhard puts it low post. Florida puts up the shot, and it's good for 2. It's a 10-point game right now. If you guys are new in the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here. If you enjoy what I do with the channel. Kentucky with the ball. Keontae Johnson with 9 right now for the Gators. They have it into the hands of Juzang. Moves it over to Maxey. Maxey now at the top of the key. Kentucky moves it over back to Juzang. Left wing. Swings it over to Montgomery. Shot fake right baseline with a hook in the key. Rolls around the rim and out. No good. They try to save it. Goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Wildcats. So Florida will get it back with 16:47 left to go on the clock. That was a good look. The hook shots, though, in the key today just not going down for Kentucky. Florida's playing solid defense, though. They postponed the golf tournament in Thailand. Canceled a golf tournament in Kenya next week. Doesn't surprise me with a Thailand one for Kenya. That's not good that coronavirus has hit Kenya, because as far as like health and stuff like that, they're at the very bottom as far as like medical assistance or anything in Africa. Jumper no good off the mark by Florida. Ball tipped out of bounds. It's going to be last touched out of bounds by the Gators. So Kentucky will get it right back. Oh yeah, I don't have Mississippi State either in the tournament. I'm taking a look at this right now. Mississippi State, I do not have the tournament either. 45-35. Kentucky with the basketball. Thoughts about Ohio State? I think they're a really good balanced team. They're pretty solid defensively. Besides the game I saw that they took on Iowa, I was able to put up like 80+ against them. Nick Richards, right baseline, throws it down right there with a reverse-handed slam. That might get Kentucky going right now. 8-point game. 4 minutes through the second half. But it all depends on the matchup. I think they could have a chance too as well. Either Sweet 16 or Elite 8. That team's getting hot at the right moment. I'm going to have to take a look tomorrow I won't be able to stream that game. I'm away tomorrow as they take on Michigan State, but that's a huge matchup. If they win that game against Michigan State, that team could keep on getting dangerous. They're on the roll right now for the Buckeyes. They're a good, tough team. That team's got a lot of toughness in them. Caleb Wesson, absolute low post beast. Even though he's like undersized compared to like a lot of the big men, he's able to do a lot of damage inside the low post. We got to fall away from the basketball here. Stops the clock with 15:19 left to go. Yes, I do remember the Ebola virus, Vaughn. Yeah, that was a bad time in Africa. Nick Richards, though, might have gotten the spark that Kentucky needed here. 8-point game with a reverse-handed dunk as we go into a TV timeout. As we got 15:42 left to go in the second half. So let's see here today. Leading scores by Kentucky, 12 points by Quickly, as he's knocked down both 3-point shots. Kentucky shooting the ball well from behind the arc, 5 for 9 right now from 3-point range. But Kentucky inside. Got to get the ball more than Nick Richards if you want to get this game. Florida's playing solid defense, though, in the low post. But there's been a couple hook shots, though, that Kentucky's had the chance to get, but they just rolled right out. Leading scorer today by Florida, 13 points by Scotty Lewis. It's a shock here that Scotty Lewis, the freshman's actually leading the team. I thought he was going to be a huge impact recruit this year. It's taken him really slowly to progress for Scotty Lewis. So let's see our scoreboard updates. Vanderbilt leading South Carolina 62-54 now the score. Auburn just beat Tennessee, so Tennessee on the bubble, that did not help them out at all as they got crushed by Auburn tonight, 85-63 the final. And we got LSU taking on Georgia. LSU leading Georgia 11-8. So that's the SEC. Other games going on. Rutgers taking on Purdue. Rutgers is up at Purdue 11-7. Rutgers will make it in the tournament. If they do win at Purdue today, I bet you they will make it in the tournament. That's all they have to do. Win a road game. That's all you have to do. Oh, Marquette is keeping it close here to St. John's. St. John's winning by 3. Marquette has come out of nowhere here in the second half, putting up 57 points. Marcus Howard with 30 points today for Marquette. And they've cut it to 2 now, so watch out for this game. St. John's is up 88-86 against Marquette. And Villanova beat Georgetown 70-69. South Carolina losing against Vanderbilt 63-54. Bye-bye South Carolina if they can't pick up the pace here in the final 8 minutes. Wisconsin won against Indiana, so Wisconsin with a win at Indiana 60-56. And Baylor on top right now 30-28 against West Virginia. Other games going on, Texas Tech. Texas Tech on the bubble as well. They need a victory, and this one will put them in the tournament as they're tied up against Kansas early on, 10-10 the score, with Texas Tech and Kansas through the first 6 minutes of that game. Oh, that is big for Florida. Wow, that's a big injury. Kerry Blackshear Jr. will not return today. Oh, he was trying to go for the basketball. Basketball just landed, right on his left wrist. Left wrist injury for Kerry Blackshear. He has a full ice pack wrapped around it right now, so he is out of the game. So Nick Richards, we'll see if he can take control of that matchup there for Kentucky for the final stages. 15 minutes left remaining. Florida with a basketball transition. Shoots the 3. No good off the mark. Rebound by Juzang now at Kentucky. They got at the right wing. Maxey now dribbles inside, makes his move, puts it up. Oh, what a block right there by the Gators by Omar Payne. Going back in transition. Florida almost lost control of it. Scotty Lewis has it. Right corner perimeter. Dribbles to the right wing, guarded by Juzang. Moves it back here to Nemhard. 14:45 left to go. That's the third block today by the Gators. And we got a foul on the court right now that will stop the clock. Let's see here. Vegas Vic's been telling one of his friends, don't sleep in Ohio State. Yes. Don't sleep on Ohio State. If they do win against Michigan State, that is huge. That is huge there. That is huge there for the Buckeyes. They could very well, they could very well be in the Final Four for sure. Ants. There's multiple teams that could be in the Final Four. That could very well be one of them. The Buckeyes are balanced. They can shoot the 3. And they're tough defensively. That's why I like St. Louis too. If St. Louis is even able to make it into the tournament, I feel like depending on the matchup, they might win their first round game because that team is just one of the toughest teams in college basketball as far as mental toughness. They get it all together. They can crash the glass too. There's a technical foul assessed to Calipari. Now Florida missed the free throw. They're gonna get back to basketball here. So Gators have an 8-point game, 14:40 left to go. Yup, USA has a good healthcare system, Vaughn. Africa, yup, not too well over there. Oof, not too well if it lasted for 3 years. Yeah, Scotty Lewis, ain't putting out overrated. He just hasn't really been able to like get things going this season, and in the season finale here, he's like making the most noise out of any player in this game. Florida gets the basketball. It was tipped out of bounds by Kentucky. 14:35 left to go. 8-point game. They're going to inbound, lob over the top, and nobody covered, and they're going to slam it home with Omar Payne for 2. 10-point game. Yep, South Carolina loses against Stetson and Boston University, yet they have them ahead in the bracketology than St. Louis. It makes no sense at all. St. Louis, the reason why they don't have them in the last 8 out is because they lost twice against Duquesne. I feel like that's like a matchup, that's like a matchup thing. Like, maybe they're not matched up against Duquesne or so, but they were the best matchup possible for Dayton. That's the thing. They took Dayton down to the wire both of the games. They lost in overtime. They had it. I think they were up by quite a bit of points, like in the second half, and they blew it. Kentucky will inbound. Maxey moves it over to Sestina here. 14 minutes left to go in this one. Yeah, big dunk right there by Florida off the inbound just a couple moments ago. Maxey has the basketball right here at the top of the key. Yup, if Rutgers wins that game, they will send Purdue most likely to the NIT. Maxey dribbles right wing. Moves it over left corner. Sestina. Shot fake here, left baseline, and we get a foul. Going to be a foul by Keontae Johnson of Florida there. He wanted to charge, but he couldn't get it. Yeah, big oof for Kerry Blackshear. He is out of this game. That is going to be a challenge for Florida. And that's something that Nick Richards needs to take advantage of at Kentucky. So, checking back into the game here for the Gators will be Scotty Lewis coming in. Once again here. Actually, 21's coming in. Dante Bassett as well. And Keontae Johnson heading out. So also, Kentucky could try to take advantage of this. Maxey makes his move free throw circle. Dribbles back top of the key here. Moves it over at the top of the key. Over to Maxey now. Passes over to Quickly. Dribbles now inside the lane. Floats it up. And back iron. They tip it up. They couldn't get it though. It's going to be an offensive. Is it going to be offense or defense here? Ooh, that's not good. Maxey crashing hard down to the ground. Able to get back up. It's going to be It's going to be offensive, I think. Yeah, took the charge. Right in possession there. Dante Bassett to take the charge. No Hagans in this game. So, no Hagans in this game. He took off this game, actually, for a personal matter. I was shocked. I didn't know that until, like, right before tip-off. So, Florida gets the basketball. That is the third offensive foul today by Maxey in this one. Florida has it left wing. Passes over 13:20 left to go. Hey, welcome to the channel, though. Dakota Paute, thanks so much for finding my channel, stopping by, means a whole lot. They move it back, takes a 3, this one's up, they got it. 3-point shot by Nemhard going down as he hits the triple, it's the 13. 50-37. Does South Korea have a good health system? I have no clue, Vaughn. No clue, they probably do though. If China was able to build hospitals like in a week, I'm sure that they have a good healthcare system too. Kentucky with a basketball trailing by 13. They've yet to score in the last 3.5 minutes. Dribbling inside, floats up the shot, and it's going to be a foul by Florida. So 2 coming up at the free throw line by Kean Brooks. Yes, I'm same with me, my man, and so disappointed in Rhode Island. They've just it's all mental with Rhode Island. That's the problem. They need to get their confidence back. That's the thing. Like I feel like because they only play like 8 players, it's the starting 5 and then 3 players they rotate from the bench. I think that team is basically cooked. They just need to get like well rested and just be able to just regroup and focus. That's what happened when they lost against Brown. They were able to regroup and focus, and they lost against Richmond, and then after that, once they lost those 2 straight games, they won on a 10-game winning streak. Kentucky hits both of the free throws. 11-point game. So, hopefully they can regroup today and get a huge win against UMass. Because everything basically is mental there for Rhode Island. They're a solid team. They play so fast-paced. It's just they need to get all together here. Am I predicting Kentucky to win? Yes. Before this game, I had predicted Kentucky to win. We still got quite a lot of time. Oh! But that's not going to help. Calipari's just got tossed from this game. Second technical foul. Looked like he didn't see, didn't like something. I'm trying to see here on a replay. What in the world happened? Coach Cal just got tossed from this game right now. So he is done for the game. Picked up his second foul for a technical. So Florida going to shoot free throws right now at the line. Wow. First one is up. First one is Drew. Like, I didn't know Higgins was not playing today before this game tipped off, but I'm still shocked. Big oof. It happened against Arkansas too, but he didn't pick up 2 of those. Hey, welcome in here, John Pope. Thanks so much for stopping by here. I appreciate it. I call play-by-play, by the way, college basketball, NBA, March Madness tournaments. After this one, I'll be back later today for a doubleheader later tonight. Duke versus UNC. That stream should be absolutely lit during the next one. And that shot's good at the free throw line. So 52-39. Wait 1 second. Calipari's back on the bench. It's not an official ejection, CBS just said. He just went underneath the tunnel and now he's back. So Calipari's back. He just went underneath the tunnel. CBS had the graphic, ejected from the game, and he is back. That's so odd. 13-point game right now. Florida with the basketball, low post, floats it up, and we get another foul. So what in the world happened here? I'm trying to look at this. I've never seen this before. Looking at the rules analyst with Gene Steratore trying to talk about what went on with Calipari. They had first ejected him from the game, and then they brought him right back. So I guess it's not an official ejection. Yeah, I guess it's not an official ejection, Jason put in here. First shot's good by Florida at the line with Dante Bassett. He's only averaging a point per season. Hey, welcome in here, Byron. Thanks so much for stopping by. So the first one was a box warning and not a technical. Okay. So CBS had the wrong graphic up, I guess, because CBS had loaded up 2 technicals and ejected from the game as he went underneath, and I guess the first one wasn't. Kentucky with the basketball now. 15-point game. Dribble drive, right baseline. Maxey puts it up. That's a massive block by Florida. Here goes the Gators in transition. 12 minutes left to go. Moves it over to the left corner perimeter. Noah Locke dribbles now into the key. Floats it up, and it's good for 2, and he gets fouled as well. Shocker here. I cannot believe that they are getting destroyed right now. This is March basketball. Crazy. 11:55 remaining. Yep, Selection Sunday. I should have one next week. I believe it's on CBS, so I should have it next week. Welcome to the channel, Ryan Dandino. Thanks so much for stopping by here. So, yeah, according to Bradley, first one was a box warning and not a technical, so they brought him right back. Hey, thank you guys so much for stopping by. Bradley here. Joe Johnson, welcome on the channel here. They're going to need to make a run with Higgins. Man, it's just insane this season. Like, every single day, there's like every single day it's like a different team that like comes to my mind that can like be a contender for the title. Never stays the same. Currently, we're on TV timeouts. St. John's has won against Marquette 88-86 final score in that one. So 2 close games in the Big East. Vanderbilt trying to close out against South Carolina. Looks like South Carolina does not want a spot in the tournament. 70-62. Let's see what else we got here for college basketball. Baylor up against West Virginia 42-39. And Kansas up against Texas Tech 17-14. Texas Tech is in trouble as well. So they are really in trouble to make the tournament. They need a solid win, and that would get them one today at home, but that's a problem. It's been a problem today for Maxey. 0 for 8 from the floor. Just, Maxey did not show up today. For all the big games that he's shown up this season, this is just a big dud for Maxey today without Higgins in the starting lineup. Quickly with 12. We got 11:55 left to go. So 11 minutes, 55 seconds left to go. Somebody had projected Florida was the favorite in the conference tournaments. This is going to be wild next week, especially if Higgins doesn't come back. There's a lot of concern because they need him back to make a deep run. Hey, welcome to the channel, Benja Rune. Thanks so much for stopping by here. Carson Bird, welcome on the channel. So we got 11 minutes, 55 seconds left to go. If you guys are a first timer, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the big red subscribe button. Notification bell goes a long way as well. This is my first game of a doubleheader today. I'll be back later today against Duke, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Duke versus UNC for part 2 once again for that one. The Asian Tour Vaughn putting out has a golf tournament in early May in South Korea. He puts here. So that's good that they're actually able to get the tournament going with everything. So that's positive. To any soccer fans, I don't know anymore putting out here. Manchester Derby with Man United versus Man City tomorrow, he puts out here. So any soccer fans, he was informing you guys on that one. But yeah, I am just shocked right now. What's going on? It seems like a lot of these games lately, I am shocked. They need Higgins back to make a deep run. Like, losing one key piece of your team, it's tough. It's tough if they lose one key piece to the team. I saw that with Kansas last week. Kansas lost Azubuike in the first half. He got back in the second half. Wasn't himself, though, and they barely hung on to win against K-State. Robert Morris up by 11 against Long Island. Thanks so much for the update there. That's NEC semis, by the way. So the winner of that game will take on St. Francis of Pennsylvania tomorrow. Tomorrow will be Boston University versus Bucknell at the noontime game. I'm actually going to go to that game, so I actually will not be doing a stream tomorrow. I'll be at the BU game tomorrow, and then I have a rehearsal at night, by the way. So I am out tomorrow, but hopefully Lafayette's able to take out Colgate in the second game, because that just opens up the door for Boston University to make the tournament, which would actually be really funny. Kentucky inside, puts up the jumper, off the rebound. That one's good for 2. Is it 56 or 57? They're going to say 57. So Florida went to the free throw line and hit a free throw, so it's 57-41. 11:20 off to go. Low post. Florida puts it up, and that one's good for 2. Man, what's going on right now? Kentucky with the ball. Maxey floats it up. Richards shoving it down. That's what they got to do. Backdoor cut right to the basket. Roll to the basket to slam it down for 2. 16-point game. 11 minutes remaining. Florida with the basketball. Dribbles past half court. They got at the left wing with Nemhard. Nemhard dribbling now at the left baseline. For Kentucky, what you really want to pray for is to, if you're a 3 or a 4 seed, what you gotta pray for is basically not to be in Dayton's bracket. That's the thing. I would not want you guys to be in Dayton's bracket. Jumper and a key, and they get fouled. And Scotty Lewis will go to the line shoot, too. Because Dayton looks like they can go so far. Like, they are just super-duper explosive. They can move the ball around like a heck a ton. Like, everybody basically plays the point for Dayton. They're always rolling to the basket. They got one player rolling to the basket while the other one sets outside. And it just sets up so many options for you. That's why they're the best shooting team in the nation right now, because nobody knows how to stop that. Somebody cuts right to the basket, other person slides over to the corner perimeter. They just knock down triples left and right from the corner, or they just roll to the basket and hit an easy 2. Florida got fouled there at the free throw line. 59-43 the score. Keon Brooks picks up his 3rd. Yep, Sometime Vegas Vic's pointed out. That would be crazy, I don't know anymore. BU versus Providence in the first round. It would never happen, though, because BU is, they're going to be a 16 seed, because I think they're 19-13. Florida shoots the free throw, and it's good, so they get 60 on the board. 17-point game right now. It would never happen, though, because they're a 16 seed, but that would be, I was telling my friend John, I was like, imagine if BU got in the tournament and took on Baylor. That would be, like, mad funny. Like, BU versus BU, basically. They get the putback. It's up and good for 2 by Richards. 15-point game. I had taken Kentucky in this one. If I had a bet on this game, I would have taken Kentucky in this one. I'm shocked right now. 15-point game with 10 minutes left to go. Hey, by the way, just for a little bit of hope, that's a floater on the key. No good. Gets rebounded by Kentucky. By the way, Boston University was down by a 16 against Bucknell with 8 minutes left to go, and they won against them by 3. So anything could possibly happen here. We got 9:50 left to go. And no Blackshear either. Kentucky's just going to make shots. That would be a good matchup there, Bridget. Baylor versus Dayton. I would go Dayton for sure all the way in that matchup. 9:40 left to go. Passing over to the left baseline. Dribbles. Moves it out to the right wing. Ju Zhang passes. Top of the key three. Maxey. He has got it. Hey, remember that three-point shot. 9.5 left to go. Puts it at 12. I had talked about BU's comeback against Bucknell with 8 minutes left to go. Down by 16. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Timeout taken by Florida on the court. 60-48. That three-point shot puts this one, gives some hope now for Kentucky. So Carson, the Florida fan, yeah, let me know, guys, in the chat below, what you're a fan of. Florida, Kentucky. I call play-by-play of all different types of teams here. College basketball, NBA, March Madness tournaments. Yep, two teams with a same name there. BU versus BU. I hope they get, honestly, if Boston University gets in the tournament, somehow, I hope that they would get Baylor in the first rounds. That would actually be a good matchup, I feel like, because BU's defense is actually solid. And they can play in transition. They got 3 really good guards. And they got their best player on the team is a senior forward, who is he's a beast inside a low post. And actually, you think about a Patriot League school, you think about that team being undersized, they get a couple players there, big fellas. It's like one of the guys, Big Sook, he's 6'10", I think, for Big Sook. Hey, welcome in here, Clemson Ball Football. Thanks so much for stopping by here. Bridget here, blue, white, Kentucky fan. Joe here, lots of time. Yep, lots of time for sure, man. Anything could happen. Marquette was down by like 20-something, came back and lost by 2 earlier today against St. John's. So still a lot of time left to go. Let's see, scoreboard update. Vanderbilt gonna beat South Carolina here, everybody. Vanderbilt leading 76-68. 1:24 left remaining. LSU crushing Georgia right now, 39-23. So those are a couple SEC scores. We'll take a look at other scores. Go down college basketball. West Virginia leads Baylor, 43-42. And Kansas up against Texas Tech, 25-22. Yep, I know what team exactly Vegas Vix likes. The same teams as me as well here. Since we're from the same region, Purdue leading Rutgers 27-25. Massive game for 2 teams in the bubble going down right now at the moment. That one is at Rutgers. If you guys enjoy the content here on the channel, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, notification bell. Goes a long way as well if you like to be informed when I do go live for my next stream. North Carolina Duke right after this one. It's a 12-point game. Hey, welcome in, Midwest Sportsman. Thanks so much for stopping by. NHL, NBA, MLS, MLB are expected media availability will now be conducted in formal press conference arenas. It's gotten out of control with the whole coronavirus thing. I think it's just more of like a just shouldn't be worried about it like that much. Yeah, this hasn't been good defense. Like, inside the perimeter, Florida scored a lot. Florida will get the basketball right back. 9:20 left to go. It's a 12-point game. The Gators with the ball into the hands of Nembhard. Bounce pass, right wing perimeter. Johnson has it, guarded by Max. He moves it over top of the key. Payne has it. Swings it back out to Trey Mann. Mann now with the ball. Trey Mann dribbles towards his right. Swings it back out here in the key. Spin move. Johnson floats it up, and he gets fouled. Johnson will go to the line, shoot 2. Yep, Baylor's also losing. So, not the first Saturday that Baylor lost, but they are losing once again. They did lose against TCU. Looks like South Carolina is going to lose against Vanderbilt, which is, like, terrible. I think that's, like, a quad 3 loss. Ooh, who did I got in the MLB Central? I'll go probably with the Cubs for the MLB Central. 9:04 left to go. First shot no good. Missed free throw at the line. Quickly foul out. Let's see if that updates here. Quickly is on the bench right now. Second shot's good at the line. 13-point game. 9 minutes remaining. Kentucky now with the ball. Yeah, Quickly fouled out. He picked up his 5th. So there goes the three-point shooting for Kentucky, basically. Still got Juzang, though. Passes over to the right baseline, into the hands of Richards. Richards swings it back out to Maxey. Maxey back out Sestina. Shot fake. Dribbles now, top of the key. Moves it over to Juzang. Johnny with the basketball. Swings it back over to Brooks. Brooks takes a three. Oh, he gets it. Keon Brooks, money from behind the arc, and it puts it back to 10. 61-51. Not done until it's over. Florida with the ball now. Dribbles past half court. They move it over left wing perimeter. Reds should be much better next year, Bridget. They float it up, and that one is good with a foul by Scotty Lewis. So Scotty Lewis will go to the line and shoot one. He is having a gem of a game today by Scotty Lewis. He's come out of nowhere in this game. He has 18 points right now for Scotty. Looking for his 19th at the line. So Scotty Lewis will shoot one here at the line. It's just inside today. They're just getting wrecked inside. 63-51. Lewis with a and one. He hits it. 13-point game. If you guys enjoy what I do here, I call play-by-play basketball on the channel. Make sure to hit the thumbs up with a like button, subscribe button, notification bell if you'd like to be informed when I do go live as well. I'll be back later today. North Carolina versus Duke. Kentucky now with the ball. Takes a three. Juzang. He has got it from the corner. Drills that one down from the left corner. Puts it back to 10. They're able to hold on. He's shooting threes in this one. 8 minutes remaining. Florida now with the ball. Into the hands of Nembhard. Nembhard dribbles now top of the key for the Gators. Bounce pass over to the left wing to Locke. Locke swings over to Johnson. Johnson guarded by Sestina here. Bounce pass to the left baseline. Working on Maxey as that is Nembhard. Nembhard free throw circle. Bounce pass. Low post. They have it back in their way inside. Floats it up. First one no good. Ball tipped. And they try to save it. Stolen away by Sestina though. Puts it back into the hands now of Maxey. Maxey pass half court for Kentucky. Moves it over. Three. Corner. Off the mark. No good. Gets his own rebound. Juzang. Juzang has it. Passes over top of the key back to Maxey. Almost. That was lucky right there. It was almost stolen. Maxey will set it up. 7:25 left to go. And a 10-point game leading by Florida. Kentucky passes. That's going to be a reach in by the Gators. Keontae Johnson picks up the foul for Florida. It'll be foul number 5 for the Gators right now. Stops the clock with 7:21 left to go. But yeah, some 3-ball magic in this one. We're going to head to break here, everybody. Johnny Juzang drills down 2 triples in this game. So he's got 10 points right now. Quickly has followed out with 12, but Juzang and Richards tied for second in scoring with 10 points here for Kentucky in this one. Florida leading the way. I would not have ever imagined Scotty Lewis to be the leading scorer right now, but he is. One shining moment in this game for Scotty Lewis. He's got 19 points. So a couple scoreboard updates for everybody right now in the college game. Hey, my man Midwest Sports. Congrats to you, my man, with a W today for Wisconsin. Like, what a turnaround, dude. What a turnaround Wisconsin has had this season. Yeah, feel free, guys. Join the Discord as well. We got the link down there if you enjoy the streams, want to be part of the play-by-play sports community. Feel free to join the Discord. But yeah, congrats to you, my man. Midwest Sports there with Wisconsin. Incredible turnaround they have had this season. Start out 4-4 with losses against Richmond and New Mexico, but they have picked it up. 14-6. First place right now in the Big Ten. They are half a game ahead of Maryland and Michigan State in first place. So they can win the Big Ten with a Maryland loss and a Michigan State loss tomorrow against Ohio State. That is just, what a season for Wisconsin. Maryland taking on Michigan tomorrow. So Michigan could play spoiler into that, especially Maryland's been terrible as of late. Rutgers up against Purdue, 31-30 right now, 2.5 left to go before halftime. So big game as far as the bubble during that one. Other games going on, we'll take a look at SEC. Vanderbilt has just knocked off South Carolina. Bye-bye SC, you are out. You are out of the tournament. Quad 3 loss for South Carolina, losing on the road at Vanderbilt, and they lose by 9. So they are done from the bracket. Auburn won against Tennessee. Beat them by 22 today. And LSU leads Georgia 42-30. Other games going on in college basketball right now. Baylor taking on West Virginia. West Virginia leads Baylor 45-42. And Kansas up against Texas Tech 27-22. Creighton just started. Creighton, Seton Hall. Creighton is up 6-3. Hey, no problem, Jalon, and thanks so much, man, for stopping by here again. If you enjoy the content here on the channel, we almost got 40 people watching. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button here, as I call play-by-play of basketball and Behind New York Basketball on YouTube. Feel free to let me know who you like in this game. Type in BBN for Big Blue Nation for Kentucky, and put a Gator emoji, or type in Florida here if you're a Florida fan here on the channel. We're back to action. Kentucky down by 10 to get the basketball back in their way. Low post, hook shot, Richards hit the front rim, but Nick Richards picks up the, he gets fouled in the key right there, as Florida picks up the foul on Amar Payne. Amar Payne has got some size to him going up against Nick Richards. That's a big matchup now since Blackshear's out. So Richards to shoot 2 at the line. He can put this one to 8 if Kentucky can shoot free throws. What Kentucky's really thrived on throughout the season is free throws. They're 6 for 6 in this game. That is it. They haven't gone to the line a bunch. First shot good by Richards. They're perfect 7 for 7 right now at the line. Puts it to 9. Second shot here coming up at the free throw line. Benja Rune, thanks so much for stopping by. Liking Kentucky here, same as Bridget. Second shot. Richards hits it. Puts it to an 8-point game. 64-56 right now to score. Florida with the basketball. Bounce pass to the right wing perimeter by the Gators. Still, we got 7 minutes remaining in this one. Top of the key to Nembhard. Nembhard guarded by Maxey here with 13 on the shot clock. Passes on the bounce pass over to the left wing to Noah Locke. Locke guarded by Sestina here. Who lost to Vanderbilt? South Carolina. So South Carolina is done from the tournament, basically. They're going to have to win the SEC if they want to make it into the tournament. Floats it up, and Florida travels with it. Travel call by the Gators, and the key right there by Noah Locke, and this ball go back over to Kentucky. 8-point game. Wildcats will get the ball right back. Yep, South Carolina, go bye-bye. St. Louis, you are better than South Carolina. I hope that the bracketologists know that, because St. Louis gets 0 respect from bracketologists, and they should be well ahead of South Carolina as far as the last, 8 teams out. Kentucky now with the ball. Moves it over left wing. Brooks passes. Sestina moves it back over to Maxey. Maxey dribbles. Oh, tried to dribble between 2 defenders. Missed it. Sestina following up right there with a jam. Puts it home for 2. What a good job right there by Nate Sestina following up the Maxey miss. It's a 6-point game. 6 minutes left to go here, everybody. Make sure to hit the thumbs up. Hit the like, hit the sub here. What a game. Florida with the basketball. Dribbling at the left wing. Nembhard has it now. Kentucky's making it really interesting. 7-zip run by the Cats here in the last 2:20. Florida has it. Moves it back out to the right wing to Bassett. Dante Bassett hands it off now. Swings it back over to Nembhard. Nembhard makes his move. Jumper. Oh, going inside. Actually, faked the jumper. Went inside for the low post, and they put it up and in off the backboard. That is good for 2 by Bassett right there. The whole entire Kentucky defense was faked out by that one as well. 8-point game. 5:25 remaining. Juzang's got the basketball at the right wing. Bounce pass right baseline to Richards. Richards now has it. Hook in the key, and we get another foul. Florida picks up another one, and Nick Richards will go to the line, shoot 2. Yep, indeed, Vegas Vix. People got to wake up and realize that St. Louis is legit. Everybody's sleeping on St. Louis. They lost to Dayton. They lost to Dayton twice in the final seconds. They pulled in 2 really close games to Dayton. They got to notice that this team is absolutely legit. They should deserve to be a part of the tournament. Here we go. Nick Richards at the line. First one, no good. First miss today at the free throw line by Kentucky. 5:20 left to go. Second shot coming up by Nick Richards at the free throw line. This part of the game, you need a closer. That's where somebody's going to have to step up. Richards with 12. Quickly is out, but Johnny Juzang has come to play today for Kentucky. He's got 10 points off the bench with 2 3-point shots. Second shot good at the line. 66-59. 5:20 remaining. Nick Richards going to check out of the game now for Kentucky. Takes a seat on the bench. Florida with the basketball. 7-point game. They get the inbound. Dribbles past the half-court logo by the Gators. Now they make their move to the right wing with Nembhard. Nembhard now with the ball guarded by Maxey. Top of the key from Nembhard. Nembhard swings it over right corner. Ball deflected. Goes out of bounds. Last touched by Maxey. So Florida will inbound it. Coming up. 5:05 left to go. Florida will get the inbound in their front court. Andrew Nembhard will be the inbound passer. That will be guarded by Maxey here. Nembhard looking to pass it to the right corner. He does. Puts into the hands of Locke. Locke now dribbling right wing. As he is guarded by Montgomery. Locke makes his move free throw circle. Moves it outside. Left wing Johnson. Over into the hands now of Lewis. Lewis into the key here. Working his way. Floats it up. And that's an air ball. No good by Scotty Lewis in transition. Here goes Kentucky. Wildcats with the basketball. Left wing. They have it now into the hands of Maxey. Moves it over to Brooks. Back over to Maxey. Maxey with it. 4:40 left to go. Maxey dribbles. Top of the key. Floats it. Oh, nice pass. Brooks. Left baseline. Floats it up. It's good. Keon Brooks hits it. It's a 5-point game here, folks. 66-61, a good one. Kentucky rolling right back. This has been a massive run by the Wildcats here in the last 4 minutes. Only 2 points scored in the last 4 minutes by Florida. Timeout taken on the court right here by the Gators. We got a good one here, folks. Don't go away. 4 minutes, 26 seconds left to go in a 5-point Florida lead. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here. As we got over 40 people on the channel, let me know down in the chat below if you're a Kentucky fan, if you're a Florida fan. Thank you guys so much for stopping by here. I call college basketball games, NBA games, the March Madness tournament on the channel here on Behind the Arc Basketball. Feel free to stop on by later today. I'll be live 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Part 2. We know how Part 1 went down. North Carolina versus Duke, though. Part 2. Later today, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. I'll be on the call for that one to wrap up the night. Scoreboard update here. We'll go over a couple of scores, so what's going on throughout college basketball for everybody. Vanderbilt is beating South Carolina 83-74, so bye-bye to South Carolina. LSU up at the half, 49-34 against Georgia. Other games going on at the moment here. For college basketball, Baylor in trouble. Uh-oh for Baylor. West Virginia leading Baylor 57-46. Yikes. Yikes for Baylor there. Uh-oh. Other games, Kansas up at the half against Texas Tech 32-24. Texas Tech might not even make it into the tournament as well. Seton Hall up against Creighton 13-10. That game just started. Other games going on, college basketball. Right now today. We'll take a look for everyone to see what else we got. Northeastern Tournament semifinal. Robert Morris up against Long Island at the half. 43-28. And Rutgers in the big game taking on Purdue here. Winner goes to the tournament most likely. Loser goes to the NIT. And Rutgers is up by 3 against Purdue at halftime. 36-33. Kentucky's cut it to 5 though. They were trailing by a lot of points down. 18-point lead by Florida had. 18 points, Florida had that lead. And now it's down to 5. Yep, quickly followed out. Johnny Juzang, though, looking good off the bench with 10 points. A couple big three-point shots. The three-pointers in this game keeping Kentucky into this one. 8 for 13 from behind the arc. 62% from three-point range. Threes are knocking down in this one by Kentucky, so they are kept in this game by three-point shots. Also, if Kentucky wants to win this game, they got to get to the free throw line a whole lot more. Nick Richards is trying to do that. Kentucky as a team, 9 for 10 at the free throw line. If they keep on going to the line, this team's automatic. They're able to hit shots, one of the best in college basketball this season when it comes to free throws. So this game ain't over yet. What I told you guys before, we had about 9 minutes remaining, and Kentucky was down by like 15 or something like that. And I'm going to tell you a little story. Last week, a week ago, Boston University, trailing by 16 points against Bucknell, came back and won it. Trailing by 16 points with 8 minutes left to go, came back and won it against Bucknell. So anything is possible, and we are seeing possibility this one today. Welcome to the channel, Keenan Briggs. Thanks so much for stopping by here. Putting out, I should do the Louisville game at 4. Unfortunately, I will not be doing that game today. I chose to do Duke versus UNC since that one blew up the last time, so that's why I'm doing that game here. I have yet to have lunch either, so I'm gonna have to have lunch here around like 3:30, so won't be calling that game, so I'll just be doing a 6 o'clock one for the last one tonight. But I call all different types of teams here. I've done Louisville a couple times this season. I've done Virginia, I think once against Florida State as well. That shot's blocked by Kentucky. We're back to action. Kentucky with the ball. 4 minutes left to go. Thank you so much, Keenan. I appreciate my man. Make sure to keep on smashing the thumbs up if you guys enjoy what I do here. Calling play-by-play. Richards. Deep 2. He has got it. Nick Richards with a hand in his face hits it for Kentucky. Puts it to 3. 3:45 left to go. Florida with the basketball. Dribbles past half court. They were down by 18. Now they're trailing by 3. Gators have it. Nembhard makes his move to the left elbow. Guarded by Richards. Passes over the top and again on the alley-oop pass. Cut to the basket. Good for 2. Right there by Florida. Puts it right back to 5. 3.5 left to go here. Kentucky basketball. Dribbles past the half-court logo. Yup, Baylor is down by 11. They're in trouble at West Virginia. Kentucky with basketball. Moves it over right wing. Into the hands of Johnny Juzang. Swings it back over to Brooks. Brooks bounced past to Richards. Richards with the ball now. Looking to pass it back outside. He does. Into the hands of Maxey now with 6 on the shot clock. Maxey dribbles. Inside right hand. Hit the rim short. Richards with a putback up and in. Off the backboard. Puts it a 3 once again. Helping out a teammate right there. They have done that multiple times today when they are down. I saw Sestina follow up a shot by Maxey, and that one as well going down. Maxey missed it. Richards with a little bit of help puts it up and in. Gators with the ball now. 2:45 left to go. Nembhard swings it back out. A 3. Taken. It is way off the mark, and it goes out of bounds. And it's out of bounds by Florida, so Kentucky has a chance to tie this up with a 3 ball here in a 3-point game. What a game here. Down by 18. Can't count them out. Cannot count them out. Yup, West Virginia is overrated. I agree with you, Vaughn. I also would say that Duke is for sure overrated. And most underrated team in college basketball would be St. Louis. 68-65, 2:35 left to go. Top of the key, Kentucky. They've got it now to the right wing with Juzang. Bounce pass to Richards. Richards backing his way inside the low post. Turnaround jumper. He has got it. Nick Richards puts it to 1 point. Oh, what a game here. 68-67. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play. Jason is back in this one. Seems like a lot of people back in here from the BBN right now. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. Let me know who you like in this one, Kentucky or Florida. Florida, inside, lays it up and in. That one goes up off the backboard for 2. We're going at it right now. 3-point game. 2 minutes remain. Maxey with the basketball for Kentucky. Moves it into the hands of Brooks. Back over to Maxey. Hey, my man, Chicago plays. Welcome back in, brother, here. Jaden Pitts, thanks so much. Loves the content. I appreciate it. Feel free to hit that notification bell if you guys would like to know when I do stream next time as well, guys. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe button, as we got 1:45 left to go. Missed shot by Kentucky by Richards. No good. Rebound, Florida. So a minute 38 left to go here. Florida with the basketball dribbling. Left baseline. As they swing it back out to the right corner. Moves it back to the right wing. Almost stolen, but Florida gets it back. 1:30 left to go on the clock. Florida has it inside. Reverse hand. Hit the rim short. No good. Rebound by Kentucky here. 1:22 left to go. Kentucky basketball. They dribble past the half-court logo and a timeout taken. Timeout taken. Kentucky with 1 timeout left. Florida with 1 timeout left. And 1:19 left to go on the clock. I'm going to put here in the chat 1:19 left. And timeout Kentucky. It's going to be Kentucky basketball once we get back after this break here. So, minute 19 left, timeout here on the court. Next stream will be later today. Feel free, guys. If you enjoy college basketball, I'll be back later today. Duke versus UNC. I cover play-by-play for college games, NBA games, March Madness tournament here on the channel. Yeah, Baylor's in trouble. Baylor's in trouble. I'm not too high on Baylor, Ryan, at all. I think they're going to be a first weekend exit. I think they're going to lose in the round of 32. Same as San Diego State. I'm not too high in San Diego State either. But I think both of those teams will be a second round exit. They'll lose in the round of 32. Hey, welcome in, Kebrin Green. Thanks so much for stopping by here. I appreciate it. Good at the live chat. I appreciate it, my man. Scoreboard update for everyone. Right now, we'll take a look at the scores here in the college basketball world. Seton Hall leading Creighton early on, 17-15. If you guys didn't know, South Carolina lost today, so their slim bubble chances have basically fallen apart for South Carolina as they are done from the NCAA tournament. They would have to win the SEC in order to make it into March Madness. Missouri leading Alabama 11-7. Alabama shot themselves in the foot. They lost against South Carolina earlier this week, so Alabama's chances basically done in the tournament as well. LSU leads Georgia 49-34. And we got other scores here coming in right now. We got Baylor trailing against West Virginia 62-55. Kansas up against Texas Tech at halftime 32-24. We're back to action here. Kentucky basketball, 1:15 left to go. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here. Kentucky has it left wing as we got 1:05 left remaining. Passing over to left corner into the hands of Brooks. Brooks makes his move into the key. Shot fake. Puts it up. Floater. He has got it right there for Keon Brooks for 2. 58 seconds left to go. It's a 1-point game. Florida basketball right now. Florida with the ball. Dribbles past half court. 7 fouls by the Gators. Kentucky has committed 10 of those fouls. So Florida will be in the double bonus next Kentucky foul. Florida has the basketball. They got 14 on the shot clock. Makes their move inside. Lost control of it, but it's out of bounds. Touched out of bounds by Kentucky here. So it's going to go back to Florida with 41 seconds left to go on the clock. Have I ever got close to a perfect bracket on March Madness? No, not at all. It's always fun to fill it out every single year, but I've never got a close bracket at all. Talk about March basketball. The craziness has already begun. Conference tournaments, number 1 seed and number 2 seed fall in the Missouri Valley. Northern Iowa and Loyola Chicago both fell on the same day yesterday. So Loyola Chicago will not get an at-large bid in my opinion. Somebody will steal a bid, and I am telling you, it's going to be somebody from the Americans. Somebody like a UConn or a Tulsa will steal a bid straight from the last team in right now, and that is Northern Iowa according to ESPN. 39 seconds left to go. 1 timeout left by Florida and Kentucky. They're taking a look at this one at the monitor. The basketball seemed to be touched out of bounds by Kentucky, but they're taking a look for sure at the monitor right now. It should be Florida basketball. 11 on the shot clock. 39 seconds left to go. Let's see here in the replay. It's I can't really see a lot of bodies. Yeah, it's poked out of bounds, I think, by Montgomery. Yeah, Montgomery poked it out of bounds in the replay off the hands of Keontae Johnson. So if you guys enjoy what I do here, I call play-by-play of college basketball. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like button. Got over 60 people watching here, so let's see if we can get to 30+ likes before I sign off. Hit the notification bell if you really enjoy what I do as well here as I call college basketball games, March Madness tournament, and the NBA. So Florida will get the inbound. 39 seconds left to go. They're going to have it in their front court. Kentucky needs to cover that backdoor cut. Because the last time they had to... Okay, so that time they do. Passing over to the right corner. Florida with the basketball now at the right wing. Dribbling here at the free throw circle. Moving over to the left elbow. 4 in the shot clock. Passing over top of the key. Lost control of it. 2, 1. Force it up a shot. No good. And it's going to be a foul or what? Shot clock violation. Shot clock violation by Florida. Ball goes back to Kentucky with 27 seconds remaining. Florida Butterfingers at the top of the key. He was open, and Scotty Lewis has been the star throughout this game today. But on that one play, Scotty Lewis fumbles the basketball, and he tried to force up a shot at the shot clock. Kentucky blocks it, and it's going to go back to Kentucky here as a timeout is on the clock. Timeout here, and a good one here, everybody. I think we got like 20... Got something like 20... I think 25 seconds left to go, something like that right now. As CBS just cut to a TV timeout. So we're on a break here. Kentucky get the basketball right after this break. West Virginia up by 8 against Baylor. And yep, Kansas up at halftime, 32-24 against Texas Tech. Yeah, Baylor, unfortunate once again, not playing today. Yep, I almost said fumble the football. It just is because when I had the football channel, it comes out like that. But here we go. Usually I get the 2 F's in order, but fumble the basketball is what Scotty Lewis did right there. 27 seconds left to go. So we have 27 seconds left to go on the clock. Kentucky get the ball. Montgomery passes it over to Maxey here. Maxey will have the ball in the backcourt. Maxey takes it past the half-court logo. 25 seconds left to go. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub if you guys enjoy the content. Maxey bounce pass, 20 seconds. Over to Montgomery, moves it over to Richards. Around the perimeter here into the hands of Juzang. Passes. Brooks now, left baseline. Dribbles, inside, no good. Missed about the tip-in right there as they get it back. Kentucky up by 1. 71-70 here with 11.6 left to go on the clock as they get the tip-in inside the low post. 1 second. They're going to take a look at this. What are they going to call this? 1 second, everybody. Huge call. Is it over the top by Nick Montgomery here at the right baseline coming in? Or this is a huge call. They're going to have to take a look at the monitor here, guys. They're going to have to take a look at the monitor. I think that looks like a Kentucky basket, but that should be a tip. That should be a tip-in. That should be a tip-in here. This is a massive call coming up to the officials. They're taking a look at the monitors right now. 11.6 left to go, everybody. Hey, thank you so much, Keenan. I appreciate my man. After the game, he's got to go, but he'll be stopping back in here for Duke versus UNC later tonight. I appreciate it here. If you guys enjoy what I do, I call it play-by-play at college basketball, March Madness Tournament, NBA here on the channel. I'll be back later tonight, Duke versus UNC for part 2. Last time I streamed those two teams a month ago, it was absolutely lit. Indeed, nice game here, Eddie, for sure. Kentucky was trailing by 18, by the way. Kentucky was down by 18. They have come back. We're taking a look at the bucket. 1 second here. It's 71-70 right now. CBS has got it 70-69. Kentucky is trailing by 1. Yeah. So it's 71-70. 71-70 is the score. Yep, Kentucky's up by 1 point. Kentucky's up by 1 point. But CBS has got it 70-69. That looks like a clear tap-in to me. That looks like a clear tap-in by E.J. Montgomery. Kentucky should be awarded with a bucket right there. So it's either 71 or 69. Yup, it's going to be a Kentucky bucket. So the officials here on the court have confirmed Kentucky basket. And they are up by 1 here. 71-70 with 11.6 left to go. And West Virginia leads by 11 against Baylor. This game is indeed good. Florida will get the basketball coming up on the inbound. 11.8 seconds remaining. If you guys enjoy the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here. Let me know if you're a fan of Florida or Kentucky down in the chat below if anybody's new. Florida will inbound it. They got 1 timeout left to go. They're in the double bonus also. They pass it on the inbound. Take it past the half-court logo here. Dribbling. Nembhard underneath the basket. Swings it out. Back wide. Left corner. Lost control of the basketball. On the bounce by Florida. They turn it over with 4.7 left to go, as they could not catch it around the perimeter at the left corner. What are they thinking right there on the pass? Left corner and Butterfingers out of bounds. Kentucky played it so well. Tip deflected by Montgomery. Juzang was right there. And Noah Locke fumbles the basketball out of bounds again for Florida. And they've coughed up this one. But once again, it's going to come down to the officials here. Gonna come down to the officials. What a key defensive stop, though, by Kentucky. Let's see. Taking a look at the replay off the fingertips of Juzang. Oh, that looks like Florida last touched it. Looks like Noah Locke last touched the basketball from that angle. Let's see this angle right now. We're gonna take a look at it. Noah Locke with the ball. Yeah, it looks like Noah Locke last touched it. It looks like Juzang off his fingertips, and then it deflected off of Locke's hands. Yeah, that looked like it was off of Locke. Unless Juzang touched it last, but it looks like it was off a Locke in my opinion. Why would Nembhard pass it to the left corner perimeter? First of all, they got a timeout left in their pocket. They should have taken a timeout. 71-70, crucial call here in the court. 4.7 left to go. It's going to be Kentucky basketball. 4.9 left to go on the clock. They put back 0.2 seconds. It is a turnover by Florida at the left corner perimeter. So Kentucky will get the inbound here. They're in the bonus. Florida needs to commit a foul. 4.9 left to go. Kentucky will inbound it. They're up by 1. They were trailing by 18, everybody. In this one. Bounce pass over to Richards. Richards with 3.4. He gets fouled. So Nick Richards will go to the free throw line and shoot in the bonus here. 1-1 for Kentucky, which all season long, they're a top 5 free throw shooting team right now for Kentucky. We'll see if they can hit them at the free throw line. We got almost 100 people watching. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like, hit the sub here as I call play-by-play here on the channel. Welcome in, everybody. Jason Pope, my man. Thanks so much for stopping by. Joe Johnson, welcome in here. Brian Casey, thanks so much for stopping by here. My man Ant, thanks so much for stopping by here. Ryan with the updates. West Virginia leads Baylor by 10 here, bud. Wow, crazy. Eddie here. Yep, they just fouled. So Nick Richards will go to the free throw line and shoot in the bonus now 1-1. Feel free to stop on by for Duke versus UNC later tonight, by the way. Kenneth True, welcome in here. Thanks so much for stopping by here, everybody. In a crazy game that I thought that John Calipari was assessed as second technical and ejected, but no, the first one was a box foul, so he was able to come out and coach the entire rest of the game here for Kentucky. They were down by 18, and they never quit. First shot here at the line by Richards. 1-1. Missed it. Nick Richards missed it. 2.6, and Florida takes a timeout. Unlike Kentucky this season, they're usually automatic at the line. Nick Richards misses it, and Florida with 2.6 left to go as we go to a commercial break. 2.6 seconds left. Florida will have the last chance to get the inbounds after break. So after this timeout on the court here, Florida will get the basketball. We'll see what can happen. 71-70 is the score right now. Over 100 people on the channel as I call play-by-play basketball. Scoreboard updates for everybody right now. Baylor taking on West Virginia. And by the way, West Virginia is winning that game against Baylor 75-64 with 35 seconds left to go. That'd be crazy if it was a buzzer beater. That'd be crazy, just like UNC versus Duke a month ago. By the way, I'll be calling UNC versus Duke here later today, so feel free to stop on by. Yes, that was a miss by Nick Richards. 71-70. It's not over yet, Ohio State basketball. It's not over. Florida will inbound it. Have to put off a buzzer beater if they want to win this game. Nick Richards with 19, 12 by Quickly, and Quickly has fouled out for a while now. 10 points by Juzang off the bench, 10 by Kean Brooks. For Florida, leading scorer today, Scotty Lewis, the freshman, with 19, 14 by Noah Locke, 12 by Andrew Nemhard. Welcome in here on the channel, Poison Dagger. Oli Carla, 922. Jaden Pitts, welcome on here. Colton Freeman, thanks so much for stopping by here. Once again, my man Clemson Ball Football, welcome back here on the channel. Make sure, hit the thumbs up if you guys are new. Hit the subscribe button here as I call play-by-play. 3 seconds left to go, so they put 3 seconds remaining here on the clock. 71-70 is the score right now. Florida out of timeouts, Kentucky out of timeouts as well. Yeah, this has been a pretty bad officiated game, Jason. Definitely for sure, man. Putting that out. That was the Texas Tech Baylor game earlier this week. That was even worse. That was bad. That was atrocious. So here we go. Florida will inbound it here, everybody. 1 point game. Gators trailing by 1 with 3 seconds left to go. Kentucky was down by 18. They have come back and they lead it right now. We'll see if there's any miracle by the Gators here to come back. Florida will inbound it. Montgomery going to guard the inbound. They pass it over here to Nemhard. Nemhard, half-court dribbles, right wing. Takes a three from the Florida logo. It rolls around. No good. It was so close, but missed it right there. Rolled around the rim and out by Nemhard on a crusher for Florida. They lose this one. 71-70 over Kentucky. Down by 18. This team never quits. Helping out teammates. That was the key to success today here in this one. That three ball so close from the Florida F and L at the right wing of the perimeter. Nemhard just missed it. It rolled around the rim and out. So close. Juzang right there guarding him just out. And that is the ball game here. 71-70, man. Crusher for Florida in this one. Up by 18 points with like 10 minutes left to go. And they lost it. Thank you guys so much for stopping by the way. I appreciate everybody. Wyatt Biles here, Eddie here. The highlights he'll be watching, they're going to be crazy for sure, man, these highlights. Oh, my goodness, for sure, Jason. I don't know anymore putting out here. I feel sorry for you, brother, because you're a Florida fan as well. Big oof in this game for now. What a game for sure, my man, Little Man Knows Sports. What a game here. Thank you so much, Jaden Pitts, for stopping by on the channel. I appreciate my man, Little Man. Puts out congrats on the great game. Make sure, everybody, yes, make sure to hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I own Razor. Thank you so much. Eddie here on the channel. Ohio State basketball. Yup, he's putting out 57-39. 18-point game. They're up in this one. And they lost. Just like Penn State on Tuesday against Michigan State. Blew a 19-point lead. Just like Illinois blowing a 20-9 lead early on against Ohio State. Just like Boston University coming back by by 18 points and winning Bucknell a week ago with the final 8 minutes left to go. They have done it in this one. Kentucky down by 18, winners over Florida in this game. Nick Richards with 19, going to the free throw line quite a bit there in the late stages of the game. He did miss the one in the bonus, though, but able to get to the free throw line by these guys. They finished 9 for 11 at the line here for Kentucky, and every single shot meant something here at the line today by the Wildcats, whereas Florida finished off 13 for 17 at the free throw line. In this game, came down to 3-point shots in this one. Kentucky made 8 3-pointers in this game. Florida made 7, and this tells you 40 minutes of college basketball, it is a testament, and that's why we're going to take teams like these in the tournament and not a team like a Penn State who only plays a good solid 25-30 minutes of college basketball and just completely coughs up the remainder 10 minutes of the game. Thank you guys so much for stopping by here, everybody, on the channel for Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I'll be back later on today. For the second game, doubleheader. Should be an insane game later today. North Carolina taking on Duke here, part 2. Last time I did the stream, we got over 8,000 views, so it's going to be crazy. Make sure before you sign off, hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well here if you'd like to know when I do go back live here on the channel, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, and I'll be back later today. Thanks so much, everybody, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday here. Kentucky, massive comeback. They win it by 1 over Florida, 71-70 the final. Thanks so much, and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.